22-year-old Candy Loya is suing her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, 29-year-old homemaker Kimberly White.
Have seats, please.
Miss Loya, the defendant is your current boyfriend's ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you and Chad have a child together.
Yes.
How old is the child?
She is 4. She'll be 5 on Halloween.
Where is Wonder Boy?
At home.
Why isn't he here?
Didn't
Want to come.
Right.
It is your claim, Miss Loya, that the defendant keyed your car, causing extensive damage.
Yes.
It is your claim on your countersuit that the plaintiff keyed your car and, in addition, forced you to confess to keying her car.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So let's get to your claim first. Did you witness the defendant keying your car?
No, I did not.
So what proof do you have that she keyed your car?
I have an audio tape that she confessed on.
You have a tape of her confessing?
Right.
I'll hear it.
You will admit to me that you keyed my car, nothing will happen. I'm just gonna have to go get this fixed myself. But I'm telling you, if you admit it, don't ever show your face to me again. You already admitted it. Don't ever show your face to me again.
I
I'm
can't.
gonna put a hand on you. I'm gonna press charges on you. Nothing. Just admit it, because you've already admitted it once. Just say okay. Okay. Okay, what? I did it. Why? Because what? My car is keyed. And who did it? I don't know. Exactly. And you think it was me because I'm your baby's daddy's girlfriend, and I can take you on there right now to show you. My car is keyed. But did she do it? She's telling you she did not do it. Chad told me that you admitted to him on the phone that you did it because I did that to your car. I'll go over there and show you, Candy. And that doesn't prove that she does it. Exactly. She did. I did not do it. I vow on my grandmother's grave that I will never, ever key anybody's car. Okay, well, you was over here the other night, Candy. How many people live in these apartments? Did you see it when you actually walked out to the car, or did you see it the next day? I know when I come over here, my car was not keyed. And you was over here that night. That doesn't mean I did it. You was over here that night. Doesn't mean I did it. And what happened here that night? I was very off at Chad. Yes, you was. And me too, wasn't you? I hate your guts. I know you do. But I would not do that to your car. Well, my car was keyed, and I can take you over there right now and show you my car. I don't deny that your car is keyed. The point is, you didn't have proof that I did it, which I surely did not. And the fact is that my car is ugly now. Oh, my car is too. Why would she waste her time on somebody she hates? Well, yeah. Why would I waste my time on you? So that the same can happen to my car? No. I know how it feels to get my car keyed. This is the second time a brand new car of mine has been terrorized. That's not Chad's car, that's her car. That is my car. You do not take out your animosity towards Chad on me, ever. And when you get out of this car, we will go look at your car for the simple fact that I don't give a But when you go home, I want you to think about, now leave that light on. When you go home, I want you to think about that you did to my car. When did you do it? Today. Where? Dad was at my house today. And he saw you do it? No, he didn't see me do it. What did he do at your house today? Today, he came over to my house. And y'all No, we don't. Then why was there a condom in the trash can? That was because somebody else was over there the other night. What did Chad go over there for today? Chad come over there today. Did you lure him over there so that no, I did not. My car? No. It was just the perfect opportunity. No, for you Chad come over there today. For what? I didn't ask him to come over there. Okay. He come over there on his own. And it was the perfect opportunity for you to key my car. No. Chad came over there and Chad fell asleep. Okay? Oh, where, in your bed? Yes. He was asleep in my bed. And you know what? It'll be my pleasure to punch you in your mouth. But I'm not gonna lower myself to to your standard. What was he doing at your house today? He came over there today because he wanted to come over there. And do what? He wanted to come over there. And he fell asleep, and you went out to my car and you keyed it? I went out there and I got my CDs out of your car. Today? Yes. He stole my CDs. And you stole my recording tape out of this recorder the other day, didn't you? Or not the other day, it was about a month ago. Yeah, I did. So should I charge you with theft also? If you want to. And I don't ever come in my house and take anything ever again. I won't. Don't ever come to my house, period. Don't ever come. Don't even page Chad. If he wants to see Kayla, he can come and see her with me. With me. He will never go to your house ever again. He will never be in my car alone ever again. I can't trust him, just like I don't trust you. I trust my mother and my family. That's the only people I can trust. You are with Chad, okay? I'm trying to get along with you and Chad. I'm trying to get along. I fed your tonight. I fed your tonight, and you did that to me today. I know that. I hope you throw up. I wish I would have poisoned my food. I wish I would have, just so you would die. Roll over and die. That's how bad I hate you right now. I'm sure you do hate me. But you know what? I hate you too. Because you do things to my child. Oh, I've never touched her. You made my child sleep on the floor. On a pallet. Because you don't want her in the bed with her daddy. Oh, you think that's right for a 4-year-old little girl? Yes, it is. To sleep with her daddy that doesn't ever sleep with clothes on? Huh.
Does anything else on this tape have to do with the keying? Well, then turn it off. The first thing I'm going to tell you is, I would never allow your daughter to sleep over at the plaintiff's home again. Do you understand?
I haven't.
Because a child should not be exposed to the kind of hostility that the plaintiff feels towards you that will rub off on your daughter, and she's an innocent.
Yes, and she's had problems too because
you understand?
of it.
Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
And they held a knife to me. I was terrified for my life.
She stole this tape out of the car because she didn't want Candy to have evidence.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her!
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Candy Loya is suing her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, Kimberly White, for keying her car.
Let's make this as painless as possible. Without getting into your counterclaim of how this confession was coerced, did you key her car? I'm going to give you an opportunity to just think about the answer before, because you don't want to fall into my mouth if you don't have to. Did you key her car?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
You had lent him your car?
He dropped me off at work and I guess went to her house straight from dropping me off.
When did you see that the car was keyed?
He picked me up from work and I didn't notice it, but we stopped to pick up an application for him. And when he came back to the car, he acted surprised and said, "Oh my God, your car's been keyed." So I got out and looked, and the entire car was keyed.
Now, you had your car keyed.
Yes.
When?
Her and Chad had came over to my girlfriend's house where I was at, and they came upstairs.
No.
And Chad wanted to stay and visit me and Kayla, and Candy got mad. And she went downstairs and waited on him for a while. And he stayed up there. Well, she got mad, and she came back up there and got him and told him, "Chad, you come on. You're not going to stay over here no more. Come on." And Chad said, "Okay, Kim, I don't want no problems here at your friend's house. I'm going to go ahead and go, and I'll see Kayla tomorrow." I said, "Okay." And they left. I stayed there a couple of hours with my friend. Then after that, I got ready to leave. When I got ready to leave, I went downstairs, and I had to walk in front of my car. I noticed the whole hood of my car was scratched.
And it hadn't been scratched when you left it there?
No, it hadn't.
So now I have 2 keyed cars and no witnesses.
Yeah, but what she was talking about at her friend's house, we didn't actually go over there. We were driving down the highway, and she was coming back from the dope house in Dallas. And my boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, and...
The ex-boyfriend is Chad?
Yeah.
So now he's an ex-boyfriend of yours,
Well,
too?
he's been an ex-boyfriend.
For a
Anyways,
while.
Why?
Since when?
For 4 months.
Okay. Tell me about this confession that I just heard.
Okay, Candy and her sister came over. They knocked on the door. Candy was as nice as could be. The sister was hiding down the stairs. She said, Kim, can I talk to you? Well, we used to talk about Kayla, my daughter, so I thought maybe she wanted to talk about that. She didn't want her coming over no more or something. So I said, okay. Well, we went downstairs, and here pops out her sister. Well, so I stand there, and I look at them, and I was like, what is it? And she said, well, can we talk? And it was cold. So I said, well, let's go down and get in my car. Well, once I got down there, I noticed I didn't have my keys. And she says, well, we can sit in my sister's car. It's warm. We just got here. So I said, okay. We got in the car. It was a two-door sports car. I had got in the back seat. They got in the front seat. As soon as we got in the car, they locked the doors. The tape was not fully played, or something's been tampered with, because I was begging them to open the doors, please let me out. I was scared for my life. Then you can hear them. They're hollering at me, telling me, you need to go on and say you did it. Well, before the tape was even played, they told me, you need to say you did it. You know that whenever Chad was over there that day, you got up and you went down there and you keyed my car. And they held a knife to me. I was terrified for my life. So then...
How did they hold, who held a knife to you?
The sister had the knife, and Candy held me down in the back seat.
All I want to know is, just listen to my question. Was there a knife in your car?
No. No.
Do you feel, Miss Lawyer, that your presence and your sister's presence in the car locked was intimidating with or without a knife?
It was not locked, but no, I didn't have a knife, and I felt no reason to. And about...
I asked you whether you felt as if it was intimidating.
No.
Oh, no? The threats were being made by you two, not by her. Right?
Yeah. That's, well, there's a reason for that.
What's the reason?
She was high. She didn't know...
Then why did you take her in the car?
Because I wanted her to confess on tape that she did that to my car.
You can't do that. You can't do that. That's outrageous. You know what that is? Kidnapping.
Well, the doors weren't locked.
Kidnapping.
Yes, they was.
No, they
Just
weren't.
whether they were locked or not, if it's a two-door car and she was sitting in the back, she could not get out of the car unless one of you, either you or your sister, got out of the car first to let her out. So it doesn't make any difference whether the doors were locked or unlocked. She was a virtual prisoner in that car. That, Miss Lawyer, is called kidnapping. Do you understand?
Yeah.
What?
Is it kidnapping when she says she will get in the car?
I'm
She-
sorry. Oh, here we go.
She agreed to get in the car, and
Yes, she agreed
so
to get
how
in
is
the
that
car.
kidnapping?
Tell me why she agreed to get into the car. Tell me what you said to her.
It was cold outside.
No, tell me what you said to her.
Do you want to go talk in the car so we can sit in the car because it's warm?
Fine. And what was your intention when you went over there?
To get her to confess on the videotape.
Did you tell her that?
She knew that.
Did you tell her that?
No, ma'am.
Do you believe that if you had told her that before she got into the car, she would have gotten into the car?
No, ma'am.
Of course not. So you lured her into the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Now sit down.
Could I say something about a confession?
Sure.
2 days after this happened, Kim paged Candy at work. So Candy called me, and I called her on three-way. And so I asked her, why did you key Candy's car? And I said, why did you key my car? Because car's in my name. She said, I didn't know it was your car.
You have that conversation with her?
No.
Yes, you did.
I did page Candy because
What'd you page her for?
to talk to her about the car, because she went over to my mother's house.
So what'd you call her for?
I just wanted to talk to her about it and tell
What
her.
did you want to tell
I
her?
wanted to tell her to stay away from my mother's house and don't go back over there with the tape. If you want to go to the police, go to the police. That's why I called her with that recorder and told my mother, if you will give me $1,700, I will not take this to the police. And my mother said, I will not do it.
Did you go over
She stole this tape out of the car because she didn't want Candy to have evidence.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Get real. Will you please?
I know that they're not living together anymore.
I don't care whether they're
because she
living
lives at
together
home.
or not. That doesn't mean they're not sleeping together if they're not living together, right? Play in the mud, you get dirty. Understand?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Candy Loya claims her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, Kimberly White, keyed her car. Kimberly is countersuing for mental anguish.
So Chad is no longer in your life, is that right? Perfect.
I just talked to Chad the other day. He told me they're still together.
Well,
Friends. They are not
Friends?
living together. Well, not friends, but
They're more than
acquaintances.
friends. And since all that's happened, I've had to take my daughter to counseling. I've had to see a psychiatrist.
you have a
I
drug
have a
problem?
letter. No, I don't.
Did you?
No, I did not.
You work?
No, I'm not working right now.
Why not?
Because I'm seeing a psychiatrist. I cannot work. They terrified me. I'm scared to go out of my house. I have a letter here from my doctor.
Let me see the letter from your doctor.
well, it's kind of funny that I picked her up on Christmas Day, and I picked her.
Just a second. To go
That
where?
is not true. She hasn't
Go
took me to see Chad.
To go
Not you,
quiet.
Kayla.
We had the agreement. Candy would come pick Kayla up so Chad could see Kayla, and Candy would bring her back.
Does your doctor have you on any medication?
Yes, he does.
What kind of medication?
I am taking Selexia, and I take a sleeping pill because I cannot sleep because I'm always terrified thinking that they're over there watching me at my house or something.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I'm not satisfied that this confession that I've heard on that tape was taken under the circumstances that it is reliable. You had somebody who was coerced into a car, who was threatened, held in the car against her will, and I am not accepting that confession as proof that you keyed your car, so your complaint is dismissed. With regard to your car being keyed, that's dismissed. You have no proof. Miss Lawyer, I'm not giving you a dime for your damages to your car. If what you and your mother tell me is true and accurate, that this person still is part of your life, you deserve whatever you get. You deserve whatever comes to you. You will be in for nothing but heartache, and you're a young woman, but that's entirely up to you. You know, you play in the mud, you get dirty. You understand? Do you understand? Okay. So when you say to me they're just friends, no, they're just acquaintances,
Well,
get real. Will you please?
I know that they're not living together anymore.
I don't care whether they're
because she
living
lives at
together
home.
or not. That doesn't mean they're not sleeping together if they're not living together, right? She'll wind up one day on that side of the fence. You have a primary responsibility, Miss White. Your primary responsibility is to take care of your daughter. You pick this guy to father your child. You are in all probability stuck with him at least for the foreseeable future. He's going to be in your life. I strongly suggest that you don't take that out on anybody else. He's not worth it. And the worm isn't even here. Your cases are dismissed, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Well, I feel that justice was served, and I'm just glad to finally get this out of my way.
Clerk Jacob Vigil for assaulting him while shopping at a mall. Jacob says Keith was stalking his girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were injured.
Yes.
This happened in a mall.
Yes.
And he assaulted you by punching you in the face.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of injuries did you sustain?
I lost my front tooth and hit to the head, so I had to go to the emergency room.
And you don't deny that you hit him?
No, ma'am, I do not.
And you didn't know him before?
No, ma'am, that was the first time I've ever seen him before.
So why don't you tell me why you hit him?
Well, it all started, my girlfriend told me that he had been dropping by and trying to get her phone number and get a date with her.
This is your girlfriend?
Yes, this is my girlfriend, Monique.
Step up here. You work in the mall?
I did.
And when, for the first time, did you see the plaintiff?
On October 4th, I believe.
He came into where you were working?
Yeah.
He came up to you and you had a conversation with him?
He asked me for my phone number, and I told him that I had a boyfriend.
When did you see him again?
The next day.
And tell me what happened.
He would go from Mervyn's to in front of Walgreens and stand there and watch me.
Like he had a crush on you?
Yeah.
So?
So he kept coming around and around. And
Did he ever speak to you?
No, but he would have his friends speak to me.
Friends would come up and speak to you about him?
Yeah, ask me for my phone number for him.
What would they say?
My friend really likes you. He was wondering if he could have your phone number.
And you said no.
Yeah,
And how many times did his friends come up and ask for your phone number?
about 3 or 4.
And then what happened?
And he kept coming around and around. And I was having my mom come and meet me, and
Well, he never came up to you, did he?
no,
Never said anything else to you, did he?
no, he was just watching me.
He was just standing around.
Yeah.
And you told your boyfriend about it.
Yes.
And then there came a time when you called your boyfriend, according to what I've read here, and said, he's here again.
Yes.
And what day was that?
October 15th.
And how many times had you seen him in total those 10 days?
Probably about 8 because I was off Sunday and he didn't come one day.
Now, so you call your boyfriend, you say he's here again. Boyfriend arrives, right?
Yes.
So what did you do when you arrived?
Well, I went over there. She pointed him out to me. I went up to him to tell him to leave her alone. He confronted me.
No. You went up to him.
Yes, she pointed him out to me. He was coming the opposite way from which I approached him.
So you went up to him and then you were face to face?
Yes, we had a confrontation.
Well, so far he doesn't even know who you are, so you can't have a confrontation. So you walk up to him and what did you say?
I had asked him...
No, tell me what exactly you said.
To leave my girlfriend alone and to quit stalking her.
And what did he say?
There was a verbal exchange with
No.
profanities.
No, just tell me what he said to you.
There were some profanities said.
That's all right, I've heard everything.
I'm not stalking your girlfriend.
Okay, so that's what he said to you.
Yeah,
And then what did you say to him?
I told him that he better leave her alone.
Okay. And what did he say to you?
Nothing. That's when I thought he was going to hit me, so I hit him.
You thought he was going to hit you?
Yeah, he came towards me. I felt threatened. He came to me like he was going to hit me.
But he didn't hit you?
No, I hit him first.
Right. Now, what happened after he hit you?
Well, first, I never seen his face at all. He never talked to me. He never confronted me. So when he first hit me, he hit me in the back of my head. And then that's when I started to turn around and he punched me in the face. And that's when I guess I got my tooth knocked out. And he grabbed me by my hair and tried to hit me with his knee on my face. And he pushed me back down to the floor. And then when I got up, he had already left the mall, and I was asking who was it, and nobody knew who it was.
How did you find out who it was?
I found out who he was later on that night at the hospital.
Tell me about that.
Okay, my grandma took me to the hospital because my tooth had been knocked out, like it was all the way out. So I went into the emergency room, and we sat down, and we were sitting right in front of him, and I still didn't know who he was at the time. But my grandma was just joking around, and she says, well, he's got his hand wrapped up. Was that him? And I said, I don't know. I never seen who even hit me. And he got up and started telling me, well, you, and I'm going to kick you again. And
does that sound familiar to you, about being in the emergency room?
Oh, yes, ma'am, it does.
All right. Does it sound familiar to you that the two of you were in the emergency room together?
Yes, it does.
And when you got to the emergency room, was he there already?
No, I had arrived first.
So you're sitting there,
Yes.
and he walked in,
Yes.
and he sat down.
Yes.
He didn't say anything to you at first.
No.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Right. So it wasn't as if he recognized you right away.
I would
Right?
say he did recognize
I don't
me.
care what you say, what you think. He came down, he sat down in the emergency room. He didn't get up and say, that's the person who hit me.
No, he did not.
No. Let me see your medical bills.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She can attest that I did not jump him from the back.
Whether you jumped him from the back or whether you jumped him from the front, it doesn't make any difference, sir. You punched him and you punched him first. And he didn't know who you were from a hole in the wall.
And later today,
We were excellent friends. We were best friends. We did everything together. She meant a lot to me. I wanted to mend that friendship.
Because of your actions, your wife is upset.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Keith Quintana says Jacob Vigil knocked out his tooth when he assaulted him. Jacob admits he hit Keith, but says he was stalking his girlfriend.
What was the success of trying to put your tooth back in the socket?
Well, since it was knocked out so soon, they said if they try to re-put it, it might just grow back, the root might just connect right away. And that's what they were hoping would happen. But there was an abscess, and they said, well, if it goes away, then everything will be all right, but it never went away.
So did they have to remove the tooth?
It's got to be removed, yes.
Ms. Bellegarde, if you were afraid of the plaintiff, why didn't you, instead of calling your boyfriend, why didn't you call the police?
I thought he would leave.
That doesn't make sense, madam. You say that for 8 days you've been concerned because he was hanging around where you were working, right? And if you thought he would leave, what did you call your boyfriend for?
Because I wanted my boyfriend to tell him to leave me alone.
Well, I'm asking you, why didn't you call the police?
I didn't think about it.
Well, your boyfriend certainly did tell him to leave you alone. But he told him to leave you alone in a way that caused him serious physical injury.
Your Honor, she can attest that I did not jump him from the back.
Whether you jumped him from the back or whether you jumped him from the front, it doesn't make any difference, sir. You punched him and you punched him first. And you punched him first because you were angry. And he didn't know who you were from a hole in the wall. And I'm not asking her to attest for anything because she didn't use her brains. Somebody is stalking you. If you believe that they're stalking you, then what you do is you call the police. You don't call your boyfriend to come and have a talk with him. That's not what you do. Because what happens is exactly what happened here. You assaulted him. You filed, I assume, criminal charges against him.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what happened with that criminal case?
There still hasn't been set yet.
Is there a criminal case pending?
We had it. They dismissed it with no prejudices.
They dismissed it?
Yes, we went to court previously, and it was dismissed.
Why?
Without prejudice, because it was a pre-trial, and no conclusion came to the end. It didn't come to a conclusion.
Step up, please. Go ahead. You're his mother.
I'm his grandmother.
A young grandmother.
Thank you. Anyway, we did go to municipal court because of the charges, and they had already agreed that he would have to pay the medical bills, and then they came up with a conclusion that they were going to dismiss him without prejudice because my husband is the one that filed the original complaint, and even though we've raised him since he was little, we've never adopted him, so we're not his legal guardians. So him and his dad filed, and then Jacob filed a motion to dismiss because Keith's dad signed the complaint, and he wasn't a plaintiff because by this time Keith was already over 18.
They have any relatives that work in the police department?
I have no idea.
Do you?
No, Mom,
do
I
you?
do not.
No.
You have any relatives that work in a district attorney's office?
No, I do not.
I never heard of such a lot of mumbo-jumbo in my life. The police are the complainants. The state is the complainant.
Well, his public defender also suggested to him, after the judge had told him that he had to pay, that maybe he should file bankruptcy.
It wasn't a public defender. My dad had hired a private attorney for it.
Oh, good. So your dad has money to hire a private lawyer for you?
No, but my dad's willing to help me out.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Sir, right here. No.
How many times you need to tell a guy no before he actually gets it through his head, you know?
There's all kinds of girls in Santa Fe, and I wouldn't stay stuck on just one if she tells me no, you know?
And now the next case.
All parties on George versus Pressler. Step forward, please.
31-year-old homemaker Robin George is suing her former best friend, 39-year-old educational secretary Peggy Pressler, for the return of her Barbie doll collection. Peggy is countersuing for the cost to stable a horse.
I'm going to review what I understand is the complaint here. At the end of that, I'm going to ask you if what I've indicated is correct or incorrect so that we can resolve this matter swiftly. All right? Okay. According to what I've read, Miss George, you and the defendant were good friends. You were going through a rather acrimonious divorce, and you had a valuable Barbie doll collection.
That's correct.
You asked the defendant if she could hold them for safekeeping for you. Is that right?
She offered to keep them. It was her suggestion.
Fine. And you agreed, and you still have the collection?
Yes, ma'am.
When was this? In what year?
It was around October or September of '96.
Your complaint is that divorce proceedings are over, everything was finished, and she will not return the Barbie doll collection to you. When did you ask her for them?
In March of 1997, right before I moved from the state of Ohio to Florida.
Well, what took you so long to sue her?
Because I have very strong Christian beliefs, and I did not believe that that was the way you treated your good friend. And I wanted to try and mend it without going to these extremes.
All right. You still have her collection.
Yes, ma'am.
Your defense is as follows. Back then, sometime in 96, 97, around that time, this gentleman, you're the husband now?
Yes.
Then you were her boyfriend.
Right.
And you had an arrangement with him to board horses or something. You were going to split the cost of boarding some horses with him.
Co-own.
And he reneged on his part of the bargain, didn't pay for the boarding fees. You say you can have the adult collection back as soon as he pays for his boarding fees that he owes me.
Right.
Did you ever sue him?
No,
for the
ma'am.
money? Well, he's not a party to this action, Miss Pressler. She has no control over that. She has no control over what he owes you. You have to return her collection to her.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You didn't pay for half, and you stuck her with half.
Well,
that's not the right thing to do.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Robin George says former best friend Peggy Pressler won't return her collection of Barbies. Peggy says Robin's husband owes her for the cost to stable a horse.
What you're trying to do is set off what he owes you from this doll collection. You can't do that. They weren't even married at the time. She had no obligation to pay any part of what his agreement was as far as the dollar amount that he was to pay you. I understand that there was some talk at some point that he turned ownership over to you because he couldn't afford to keep them anymore, so now you own the horses yourself. Right. And what you think that he owes you were backboarding for before he turned ownership over to you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give her back her dolls. You mean you haven't spoken to each other since 1997?
Oh, no, we have. We've
Yes.
spent time together. And
So why hasn't this issue been resolved?
I initially wrote her the fall of '97 and told her that I would like to mend our friendship and that the dolls were just material items. However, I would eventually like to get them back. Our friendship was more important. And at that time, I did not hear anything from her. Again, I attempted in the fall of '98. I'm usually in Ohio in that time, and it always weighs heavily on my mind. I actually went, was that when I went to your house in '98?
No, 99.
I'm 99.
99.
I'm sorry, in '98, my mother, unbeknownst to me, approached Peggy to get the dolls back for me to surprise me for Christmas. And she said that she wanted Bob to take care of it and was not wanting the money from my mother. She wanted it from Bob. And that she would not give them to my mother. She felt like she was being used. I did not speak to her until the fall of '99, I'm sorry. And at that time, I went to her home and I knocked on her door and we talked. I wanted to mend our friendship. We were excellent friends. We were best friends. We did everything together. She meant a lot to me. And I wanted to mend that friendship. I did not want her to think that I was going to her house to get my dolls. That was not my intention. So I did not mention it until February. And at that time, I emailed her because I found it difficult to discuss it with her in person. And I told her that in order for our friendship to completely mend, we needed to clear up the problem with the dolls.
How many dolls are there?
After all these long years, I cannot give you an exact number, but
how many dolls?
I have an exact list. We pulled the Barbies out before we came here and did an exact listing of them.
Okay.
There's approximately 13 dolls and 2 figurines.
I am not sure of the exact number. I figured there were more, close to 20, and I have a list of all the dolls that I came up with. I don't
Well,
know
I
if
can't
any
look
of
at
them
that,
are
madam.
missing
She
or
says
not.
that she has, after 4 years, she has 13 dolls and 2 figurines.
And 2 figurines, yes, ma'am.
That's what she has. And I have absolutely no reason to doubt her, and nor should you, after all these years. So within 5 days, the dolls have to be returned to her. Now, Mr. George, all I have to say to you is, do you feel as if you owe the defendant any money?
Should I?
Yes, stand up. You feel as if you owe her any money?
No, I don't. We stressed to her.
Just a second. You have to understand that if you didn't do the right thing and pay her the money that you were supposed to and that you agreed to pay her, you came in between a friendship, and that's the wrong thing.
Well, what I told her at the time was we went in together and bought this horse. And I told her since I went through my divorce, it costed so much.
We didn't buy the horse.
The horse was given to us. I, at that time, told her I could no longer afford the horse. I told her to pay off our bills.
When you went into this agreement with her, you said you were going to pay for half the boarding.
Right.
And you didn't.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You should have paid it. Somebody had to pay it.
Yeah, but...
Did you pay it every month?
I worked down at the barn in order to pay it, and I ended up using all of my work credit to pay for it, as well as writing a check for it.
That's not fair, Mr. George.
But my problem is, we gave her the option. We told her we would sell the horse at that time and use it to pay the board. She said no, she did not want to do that. So then I gave her the horse, which was worth probably $1,000, $1,500. I mean, I don't feel that I should owe her anything when I had paid for the transportation and the upkeep.
I did. I paid for the vet bills in order to get her there. No, you did not. You did not pay me anything.
We split everything.
You paid Martha, who was the
George,
owner.
what you did was you didn't do the right thing because you interfered with a very, very long-standing friendship by not paying what you were supposed to, by taking on a responsibility, the boarding of this horse, and putting her in a position where for 4 months she had to assume your responsibility. Well, that's not the right thing to do. And whether after 4 months you said to her, well, you take the horse because I can't do it anymore, that's not relevant. What's relevant is that you said, I will pay for half. You didn't pay for half, and you stuck her with half. I can't deal with that now, but be open enough to understand that because of your actions, your wife is upset because she had a friend for a very long time, and that friendship was marred because you acted irresponsibly. Within 5 days, you're going to get your dolls. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She got the horse, and all we got in the long run was bills.
I do plan on taking Bob George to small claims court over the bills that he owes me.
We paid for the first 2 months of board. She only had to pay for 2 months of board.
And the value of the horse, if she was unable to keep it, would more than cover the $240 which she was initially asking for the board.
I'd like to see Robin and I mend our friendship. I love her.
I was always taught to forgive and forget, and I hope that that's what we can do.
I love you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Her ex-
Yeah, this is case number 490 on the calendar in the matter of Loving versus Allen. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Don't you watch my courtroom often?
Always.
If you watched it always, you would learn you never co-sign a loan for a car
One
for
of
anybody.
2 major bad decisions I totally admit to.
Okay. Miss Loving, according to your complaint, you and Mr. Allen were dating for a while, and he was looking around for a new car, and you agreed to co-sign a loan for him because he couldn't get the car on his own. So far, is that correct?
Actually, Your Honor, we were living together at the time.
Second mistake.
She said there were 2 mistakes. Mr. Allen, is it correct that you needed a car and she agreed to co-sign for a loan on a car for you?
Yes.
And the relationship didn't work out, you broke up. According to you, Mr. Allen said he was not going to pay for the car anymore. Is that right?
Correct. He basically dumped it on me.
Okay. What I didn't quite get from the papers is, who has the car?
The car has been sold.
Under what circumstances was the car sold? Was it repossessed?
No, thank goodness, because I decided to preserve my credit rating. Mike doesn't care much about his. But I sold it so that I could pay off the balance of the car, and in the process suffered a loss of $5,070.
All right, when did you purchase this car, sir?
In February of last year.
And were you still living together in February?
Yes, we were.
Until when did you live together?
So late August, early September of last year.
September 12th.
You can always rely on the gal to remember the date. 9/12. Emblazoned in your memory.
I will never forget that day.
Okay, and when you left, sir, did you take the car?
No, I did not.
You left it there?
I did. In fact, she requested on the 11th that I leave the car there. She was going to take it to the dealer, and basically, as far as she was aware, I was going to be without a vehicle.
I don't care about whether you say she knew you were going to be without a vehicle and she was being cruel and mean. You left the car there on September 12th.
That's
when you
correct.
left. Did you ever drive the car again?
I did not.
Is that correct?
Your Honor, he in no way was going to assume responsibility for this car. He is a total deadbeat, among other things,
If you
besides
wanna
his car.
insult
No,
me-
just a second.
And-
Don't speak to her.
And I'll tell you that I was more than generous when this breakup occurred, because I offered him several options with this car, and he denied all of them. Number one option, when we broke up in September, I felt compassionate toward him because his place was rented at the time until the following June. I told Mike he could stay in my home rent-free until the following June, so that he would have...
And that was a real comfortable situation.
Just 1 second.
So that he would have the time to save up a little bit of extra money. I also told him when he left, I would supply him with a sofa and a bed and numerous other things. I also let him drive this car around while he was looking for another car to purchase, because he in no way was going to assume responsibility for this car.
Well, how did you know that? That's
because
that's
he told
an issue.
me. He said, I am no longer going to pay.
When did he tell you that he was no longer going to pay for the car?
September 2nd. September 1st, we had a discussion of why the relationship wasn't working out. I told him, I said, Mike, I've seen a lot of things since you moved in January. Number one, you have...
Don't tell me what they were.
But anyhow, I told him all the reasons why, and I thought we could work it out. The next day, he came to me and said that he was no longer going to pay for this car. I said, well, what does that mean? And he says, I'm not going to make any more payments. I can't afford it. The following day,
Just 1 second.
Okay.
Does that sound familiar, sir?
Almost.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. The following day, my son visited, and he and Mike and I had a conversation. And my son asked Mike to step to the plate and be a man, which I guess he's incapable of.
Don't editorialize.
Okay. But he asked him to step to the plate and assume responsibility for this vehicle. The only reason why I co-signed was because Mike had a terrible credit rating, and I was going to save him money on his finance charge. And that was the reason I co-signed for him. I'm a generous person by nature, and I learned my lesson.
That's editorializing.
Okay.
All right, you did it.
My son tried to shame Mike into taking responsibility. Mike's only defense at that time was to say, I know this is my responsibility, but I can't afford it. And that was his defense. I can't afford it.
That's not quite accurate, Your Honor.
Well, let me hear, sir. I see what you wrote in your answer. So let's see what your testimony is.
Okay. In actuality, to look at this, and she mentioned the verbal agreement, you have to, Your Honor, look at that agreement in its totality and apply all of the terms and not just some of the terms of the agreement.
Well, tell me.
That agreement did include, you know, because of the fact when I moved in with her, we both had mortgages. So, you know, there was money going out. We decided it was going to rent my place so that, you know, things could be easily afforded, we could have expenses covered, and so on. At the time that she suggested that I look at getting a better car than what I was looking at and made this offer, I told her very clearly, as soon as the offer was made, that there was only one way that I could afford the payments like this, and that is assuming that the relationship continues and the financial agreements that we have for the duration of that loan. And I laughingly at the time said, you know, that means that you're kind of stuck with me for a long time. Her response to that, Your Honor, was that I know that, and I have no problem with that. And we went forward from there. That response was the key to this agreement ever taking place.
Okay, now I have a couple of questions for you, Mr. Allen. If I understand you correctly, what you're saying is you were lulled into buying a more expensive car with a more expensive monthly payment. And the condition of that was that you would be a couple together, because the only way that you could afford this more expensive car is if you were living in the kind of relationship you were living in now and sharing expenses. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. But then, according to Miss Loving offered you a proposition. And the proposition was that she would pay off the car, put it on her credit card, and you would have a minimal monthly payment to make to her, not to the finance company, because that would ruin her credit in case there was a problem, until the car was paid off. Did you, in fact, make that offer?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and what was Mr. Allen's response?
He said, absolutely not.
Okay. Now, that's what I have a problem with, Mr. Allen.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Barbara Loving says ex-boyfriend Michael Allen owes for the payoff on a car. Michael says she breached the contract by breaking up with him.
Tell me, did she offer to put the entire car note on her credit card?
No, she did not.
You just told me that you did.
there was a misunderstanding. I wanted to sell the car. The loss on the car was $5,000. I was going to put the $5,000 on a credit card and have him be responsible for paying.
Oh, that I can understand them not wanting to do.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that I can understand. I thought if you put the whole thing on your credit card, then if he was paying $200 a month, driving the car.
Your Honor, Mike.
Had that been the case, Your Honor, no problem.
So let me ask you this question, sir. Why didn't you suggest that?
That was not an option that
Why
was
didn't
put
you?
out because
She may not have said it. Why didn't you say it to her? Say, look, I don't have the cash right now. I can't afford a $400 a month note. If you want to put it on your credit card, I will sign a contract with you right now that I will be responsible to pay you $200 a month until this entire loan is paid off.
The reason that wasn't examined, Your Honor, was because of her reaction when I first approached her with the idea that given the breakup that she was initiating, I was not going to be able to, as we originally discussed, I was not going to be able to continue to afford the car. Her response to that was pretty much restricting any other options.
All right.
Basically,
Mr. Allen,
she was telling me,
all right,
get a second job.
All right, Mr. Allen, let's talk about being realistic and fair. What's supposed to happen in a courtroom is supposed to be a fair and just result. You drove this car for approximately 7 months. It was your vehicle, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You paid the car note on the car, I assume, for that entire 7-month period. Is that right?
That is correct, as well as the down payment and the trade that I lost. And
just a second. Did you put any money towards the down payment?
No, I didn't, but there was $7,000 in the cost of the car, which was the cost to pay off his old car. He made 5 payments. I made 3 payments before I sold the car. He did not make all of the payments.
I made
had
all
to
of
make
the
3
payments
while I
through
was selling
August,
it.
Your Honor.
And he's lying to you.
Well, just a second. If you made all the payments through August, you didn't make September's payment.
That's correct.
And I don't know when the car was finally brought back to the dealership, but you certainly didn't make those payments. And she did.
That's correct.
Okay. What kind of car was this that you bought?
It was a Toyota RAV4.
And how much was the total purchase price?
I believe it was $23,000. I have the...
I have all the paperwork and the signatures if you want them, Your Honor.
Can I see them, please? And I also want to see the payout from the bank.
Okay.
Mr. Allen, what kind of work do you do, sir?
I am a software support technician.
This.
Did you move back to your home?
I did not. It's still rented. They have a lease until June.
He moved in with an old girlfriend.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I know.
He's got to move someplace.
She doesn't know you're on.
What difference does it make? But I'm not.
What difference does it make where he moved? You didn't want him with you.
You know, Your Honor.
You didn't want him with you.
That's right.
Who cares
Thank
where he
God.
moved? Oh.
Your Honor, Mike lied to you, though. There was never, I mean, Mike goes through cars faster than a Vegas slot machine goes through dollars. I offered to help him with this car only to save him interest money. There was never, ever an agreement on my part, maybe in his mind, that we would stay together forever. But what fool guarantees they're going to stay in love forever? I certainly would never say that, ever.
Mr. Allen, have you been married before?
I have.
How many times?
Once.
Have you been married?
Yes.
How many times?
Twice.
So between the two of you, you had 3 failed marriages.
Yes. Your Honor, at the time the offer was made, I was initially very hesitant.
Mr. Allen, if you hesitated about obligating yourself to buy this car, you should have thought twice and not bought it.
That was the reason, Your Honor, why I stipulated that the only way I could do
Mr.
it
Allen,
is with
you're
the
not,
relationship
let me tell you
going.
something. If you were 18 years old standing where you are and she was a 35-year-old woman, I could understand that. You are a grown man. You are a homeowner. You are an intelligent man. So if what you're telling me is she coerced you into obligating yourself into buying a more expensive car, that's a pretty babyish thing to say.
She did not coerce me, Your Honor.
Well, that's what you're saying to me. You're saying
I'm saying that she made a verbal agreement with me.
No, she didn't.
Not.
No, she didn't. That's what you construe it as. She didn't make a verbal agreement with you to stay with you forever, and that's why you bought the Toyota RAV4. Give me a break. You still working, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you file tax returns yet this year?
Yes, I have.
And how much did you earn last year on your tax returns?
It was $35,000.
Okay. And you support no one but yourself?
That's correct.
What were your monthly car payments?
Right now?
No, what were they?
Prior to the Toyota?
For the Toyota RAV4, what were they?
$435.
And how much do you receive as rent in the house that's currently rented?
$600.
$650.
$650, excuse me.
Women know everything. $650. And what's the mortgage payment?
It's $812.
So you're losing money on the rental.
That's correct.
How come?
That's part, Your Honor, of the agreements that we had.
Do you know the people that you rented to?
I do.
Okay. Who are they?
They are people that work at the same place that I do.
Okay. You planning on moving back into your house?
Probably after the end of the lease.
Okay. And where are you living now, sir?
I am living in a rented house.
Are you the lessee on the house?
I am.
How much rent do you pay?
I am paying.
Now look at me. Careful, because I check. I want to tell you, Mr. Allen, be careful, because I check. How much rent are you paying?
I am paying $350 a month.
How many other people live in the house?
2.
What's the total rent on the house?
Actually, I'll back up, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
The house is paid for, is a mortgage. I pay $350 to the person that owns the house.
So you pay $350 a month, maybe.
Plus you bought another car.
Now you purchased another car, I assume.
Yes.
What kind of car did you purchase?
I have a Chevy Beretta, 89.
And how much did you pay for that, sir?
I believe was like $2,800. I'm doing that in payments.
And what are the amount of your payments?
$145.
So you pay approximately, according to you, $300 less for this car that you're driving than for the RAV4.
That's correct.
Were you sharing expenses in the house with Miss Loving?
Yes.
And how much were you giving her each month?
What we agreed on was $250.
She says no.
Your Honor, January through June, he paid 0 while he was renting his place. He paid me 2, possibly 3 payments of $225. And to be honest with you, my grocery bills went up at least that much.
You're telling me that you gave her $250 a month towards the running of her home.
That's correct.
What did you do with all your money?
I do have other bills, Your Honor.
Like what?
I have from a vacation that I paid for completely in Colorado for a week.
Yes.
For us.
Yes.
That's on a credit card.
Okay.
There are about $1,300 that went on a credit card on when I was paying for all of the shipboard expenses on a cruise that we took.
Talk to me about vacations. I hear a lot about vacations.
I'd like to respond to that, too.
I want to know what you're doing with all your money, sir. You take care of yourself. If you tell me that you earn $35,000 a year in computers, you ain't doing something right, because everybody's earning a lot more in computers. Let's say you earn $35,000 a year after taxes. What are you doing with all your money?
That's before taxes, Your Honor.
Yeah. Is that what you reported to the government?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you ever do any freelance work?
I do not.
Never did any of that freelance work while you were with Miss Loving?
I did not.
Why not?
I do software support for very specific software. I don't have any kind of a degree in computer technology.
Neither does Bill Gates.
May I?
Go ahead.
The reason why he gets a low value on his rent is because it's a trailer, and that's about the maximum you could expect for renting a trailer. The day he was moving out, this man, who doesn't have 2 nickels to rub together, wanted to buy one of my digital cameras from me for $500. I couldn't believe it. It just told me how irresponsible he is.
Mr. Allen, the operative word here, sir, is responsibility. You're a grown man. Clearly, between the two of you, you know the pitfalls of marriage, and you know that sometimes relationships last and sometimes they don't. You wanted the best possible car that you could get. This lady, guaranteed, did not twist your arm, nor did she enter into what I would consider anywhere near a binding verbal agreement to stay together with you, at least until your car was paid off. I mean, that's what you're expecting me to believe, that she entered into a binding agreement to remain with you and you with her until the car was paid off, And if she did not do that, ergo, you are not responsible for the car. Now, she's out a substantial amount of money. She is suing you for $2,500. The amount that she's out far exceeds that. That was the maximum allowed in the jurisdiction from whence you came.
Correct.
So I'm entering a judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, in the amount of $2,500. That's all.
Yes.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I would have never believed that Mike would stoop so low to dump this vehicle on me.
Having to create a spectacle like this kind of reflects a lot of the issues that she has.
I spent thousands of dollars on him.
We had shared expenses, which I did pay for.
I'm glad to see that justice was done.
"23-year-old student Denise Eccles is suing her former best friend, 23-year-old..."
You gals were best friends for a long time, according to what I've read in your paper, since you were practically children. And, Miss Eccles, there came a time when you wanted to go on vacation. You wanted to go together. You didn't have any money at the time. You put the entire vacation on your credit card. You claimed with the understanding that the defendant would reimburse you. You went on the vacation. She didn't pay.
Right.
Okay. When was this vacation planned?
Around April of last year, maybe a month before.
And where were you going?
To Jamaica, the West Indies.
For a week?
Which she suggested to go.
And how did it come about that you decided to go?
Well, we had a little breakup at the time. You know, me and her usually break up every 6 months or so. And I don't know, we were driving, we obviously made up, driving on Queens Boulevard. She said, let's go to Card and Travel, charge a trip, come on, you're starting an NYU, I'm going to work, blah, blah, blah. I said, all right, no problem. Put it on my credit card because I know you're not working, not a problem. And went right in, she gave me $50 towards the trip. I charged $2,300, she gave me $50, and agreed to pay me back, verbally.
Tell me about the conversation with regard to reimbursing you, if there was one. And if there wasn't one,
it was pretty much no problem, Vic. You know, anytime you get your job, I know you're going to get your job at Bloomingdale. She was applying for it. I knew she'd get it. She gets everything she wants. And I said, no problem. When you get your job, you pay me back. I didn't bring anything up about interest.
Okay, just a second. So you said to her, when you get your job, you'll pay me back. What did she say to you, if you remember?
A nod, a yes, okay, sure, no problem, everything. That's how we talk. We were best friends. I knew she would pay me back. I bought her clothes, she paid me back. I lent her money for jackets, she'd pay me back.
Okay.
Anytime I lent her money, she paid me back.
We're not talking about clothes and jackets
All right.
here. Now, Miss Eccles, we're talking about
The
this
trip.
vacation trip. According to you, there did come a time when she did give you some money towards the trip. Is that right?
$250.
When?
4/9, 6/20, 7/14, and 9/19, the year 1999.
Let me see.
This is all, I kept it on a little piece of paper.
No.
There's 4 times. She paid me $50 here, $50 there, $100 here,
What?
$100 there.
The reason I put the $50 down was because I was the one that went to the travel agent and booked it, and they needed $50 down.
We were the ones that went.
Just a
We
second.
went to the travel agent.
We didn't go
Just
together.
a second. In September, did you give her $100?
Yeah.
You did?
I did. Not for that.
Not for that?
No, I gave it to her because she needed money. That's the friendship
Here
we
we
had.
go. Sorry.
Just a second. In July, did you give her $100?
I don't remember the date, but yes, I did give her another $100.
Okay. So let's hear your version of these events.
Okay. During that time, Denise and I were going through graduating college and trying to move forward. We were a little stressed out. I said, I need a vacation. She did. She was my travel buddy. We went everywhere together. We were best friends. I'd give her money if she needed it. She'd give it to me. She did a lot for me. She was there for me when I needed somebody. And she turned around and said, Vic, why don't we book the trip? Let's just do it. I said, I don't have the money for that. And she said, well, I have my loans coming in from school. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. At that time, I didn't even know about Bloomingdale's, so as far as me getting my job, I didn't start Bloomingdale's until August, so that has nothing to do with it. So she said, why don't you go? She couldn't come with me at the time. She said, go to the travel agent and get the information. I put the $50 down because I was the only one there. And then she went back and paid the balance at a separate time. We weren't together. I never agreed to pay her back the money.
What?
Shh. No. Shh.
What? What? I'm sorry.
Don't say what
I'm
again.
sorry.
Quiet.
What? I'm sorry. I really am.
It was your suggestion to go away on the vacation, according to you.
It
That's
was
what you
my
just
suggestion.
said. So it was
That
your
was the
suggestion. Why don't we go away on vacation?
I said I needed a vacation.
Well, you said you needed a vacation. Neither one of you had a lot of money.
No, I had credit though.
Sorry.
She had credit. I didn't.
Neither one of you had a lot of money, right?
Right. That.
And you were good friends.
Yeah.
And she was going to college.
Graduate school.
Graduate school.
Yes. September.
And you were really good friends.
Yeah, we had plans to move out together that August.
You were really good friends. So I'm sure you were well aware of the fact that graduate school was very important to her.
Oh, absolutely.
And that school loans usually don't cover all the expenses from school, right?
Right.
Usually people have to supplement those loans with getting a part-time job and other things, especially graduate school loans, right?
Right.
So that if she were to take the full $2,300 for the trip, charging your trip as well as hers, and pay for that from her graduate school loans, which she had not gotten yet.
Correct.
That would have not been a smart thing for her to do as a person who was serious about school, right? She might have been short in her tuition, right? And you were a very good friend.
Correct.
So you wouldn't want her to be short on
Not
her
at all.
tuition.
Nope.
And that was the only money she had, right?
Yep.
So as a very good friend, as you said, you were going to move in together, I cannot imagine you expecting her to not have enough money to pay for her tuition in order to take you on a trip.
I wasn't expecting her to take me on a trip. She offered it because
No,
we needed
I
it.
just said, you're the friend.
I am.
And I cannot imagine a really good friend for over a decade allowing their best buddy to risk not having enough tuition because they took you on a trip to Jamaica. What I can imagine,
May I?
Miss Oakley, is the best friend saying, listen, between now and the time you need the money for tuition, I will have started my job and I'll be able to start paying you.
Which is why I gave her the money.
Which is why you gave her the $200. Well, that's
she needed
that. Just a second.
Not to pay back
There
the
you
trip because
go.
she needed it.
You just said, which is why then I
Because
gave
she
her
needed
back
it.
the money.
Because she needed it.
No, that's not
She
why.
wasn't working. She needed the money.
That wasn't why.
Miss Eccles,
Okay.
does it look as if you're having a hard time before me?
No, but there's so much more to this than you can imagine.
I'm not interested in
I know.
so much
I
more.
know. I know, but I just want to tell her.
I mean, I read the papers that there was some hurt because one of your grandmothers died.
That'd be me.
Brain
I didn't even get a
cancer.
phone call.
You were hurt because you didn't get a phone call from her. When did your grandmother pass away?
Last month.
Last month, so you were angry. Well,
No,
last
I'm
month
not
has
angry.
nothing to do with not paying back this money before that. So you did give her $250 because you thought she needed the money.
Because I knew she needed the money. Because her loans fell through, school wasn't working out, and she wasn't working.
Oh, well, this may be even an easier case to decide than calling you a bit of a fibber, Miss Oakley. You...
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What she told me was, don't worry about it. I have the loans coming. I'll have money. That's what she said to me.
Her loans fell through.
They did.
There, make it easy. I don't have to call you a total fibber.
And later today,
Pay attention, Mr. Williams. Who's smarter, do you think, you or me?
Probably you. You're older than me.
Even when I was your age.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Denise Eccles says former friend Victoria Oakley never paid her part of their trip to Jamaica.
Miss Oakley, you do agree, and I've read in your answer, that the agreement that you say she offered to pay for your part of the trip out of the school loans that she was going to get.
She didn't say that she was paying for it out of her loans, but what she told me was, don't worry about it. I have the loans coming. I'll have money. That's what she said to me.
Okay. I'll have the loans coming, so I will have enough money to pay. I will have the loans, therefore I will have the money to pay for your trip. You accepted this trip, understanding that your portion of the trip was to be paid, according to you, and I don't believe you, but according to you, it was to be paid from the loans that she was going to get. That was your understanding?
That's my understanding.
Her loans fell through?
They did.
Then you got to pay. There, make it easy. I don't have to call you a total fibber. There was a contingency on her paying for your half of the trip.
Okay.
And the contingency of her paying for your half of the trip was that she got loans. Her loans fell through. Therefore, you have to pay. Now, that's one scenario. And the first scenario, which I believe better, was that as soon as you got your job, you would start reimbursing her. You ultimately got your job in Bloomingdale's, and you were supposed to start to pay her when you started to work. All right, what does she owe you for half the trip? $950?
And interest?
You're suing her for $950.
Okay, $950.
That's what you're
more
suing her
than
for.
enough.
Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $950.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step up.
I don't have any kind of a grudge against her, and I hope that maybe one day we can be friends. She was wrong, I was right, that's it. The weather was terrible, it was just a terrible trip. Beautiful trip. Got the pictures to prove.
And now the next case.
All parties on Dold versus Williams. Step forward, please.
18-year-old student Brian Dold is suing classmate 18-year-old Taylor Williams for denting his car during a physical altercation.
Mr. Dold, you claim that the defendant damaged your car, which is what you're suing for.
Yes, ma'am.
Your complaint also alleges that he assaulted you.
Yes, ma'am.
I was sort of curious that you weren't suing for the assault, but just for the damage on the car. Did you file a police report about this?
Yes, ma'am. I have it right here.
Was he arrested for the assault?
No, ma'am, he was not.
All right. Tell me how this altercation started, sir. Where were you?
We were at the Oak Meadow Recreational Center in a neighborhood. We were sitting at the park. It was me, my girlfriend, and 3 other friends. Mr. Williams here came into the park with Kenny. Started asking to
So you knew each other?
No. I just knew of him, knew his name, but I never talked to Taylor before.
Had you seen him before?
Yes, at school.
In the past?
Yeah.
So you knew who he was?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we were in the park, and Mr. Williams approached me and my girlfriend and 3 other people with Kenny, and they asked the whereabouts of my friend Shane. I told him I don't know where Shane's at, and Taylor replied, I think you do. And I said, no, I don't. And he smelled of alcohol and seemed agitated and getting closer to me. So my girlfriend grabbed me by the arm. We started walking to my vehicle. Taylor runs to my vehicle, stumbles, lands into my door, and punches me once in the nose and attempts 2 more times. But I managed to block it with my arms.
And how did he damage your car?
When his body ran into the door, it caused 3 dents, which I have pictures of here.
Okay, I'll take a look at the pictures in a minute. All right, Mr. Williams. Not a difficult situation so far. Tell me your version of the events, sir.
Okay, I never met Mr. Doley, but he's had previous encounters with my friends before.
With your friends. Now, were those friends who he had previous encounters with you that day in the park?
We have a big group of friends, and it was with all our friends. But
Mr. Williams, pay careful attention. So that the people that you believed had confrontations with the plaintiff before were not with you in the park that day?
no, they weren't.
How many people were in the park with you?
I went with my friend Kenny because we were riding around with our...
How many people were with you?
One friend was with me.
Did you get to the park by car, or did you walk to the park?
Yes, ma'am. We were riding around in my friend Greg's car.
You were with 2 other friends that day, then?
Yes, ma'am.
Not
And
one,
one
but
of
2.
Brian's friends called us on his cell phone and was telling us how Brian and his friends wanted to fight us and just talk trash to our friends. And in the past, I have a Jewish friend, and Brian... And
Just a second. You're on your cell phone. Somebody is telling you that this unnamed person, Shane, wants to fight with you and your friends, right?
That's correct.
You think that he knows where Shane is.
No, Brian's friends with Shane, and he was in on it too.
So you went up to them. They were in the park.
Yes, ma'am.
And you went up to him and said what?
I went up and I said, what's the problem? Because I've never met him. I'd never met him before. And I wanted to see what was up. I wanted to know why they wanted to mess with me and my friends.
Oh, okay.
And they were all sitting around drinking, and we didn't get a good response.
We were sitting
Don't speak. They were all sitting around, and you did not get a good response. What do you mean you didn't get a good response, Mr. Williams?
They were all drinking and being obnoxious, and I knew it wasn't going to be anything.
So he didn't answer you?
Nothing good was going to come out of it.
Just pay attention, Mr. Williams. Who's smarter, do you think, you or me?
Probably you. You're older than you.
Even when I was your age.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I heard Brian say something along the lines of, "Hey, man."
So what did you do?
I went and I hit him.
Just changed my mind. Smarter than you were when I was born.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Brian Dole says classmate Taylor Williams dented his car during an assault. Taylor says he never touched the car.
Okay, so you asked him a question. Now he responded something when you asked him a question. What did he respond?
I don't know.
You don't remember.
No, ma'am.
So say, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
And then, according to your answer, he and his girlfriend and another friend walked back to their car, right?
Yes, ma'am. We were walking away, too.
They walked back to their car, correct?
Correct. They were walking back to the car, and we were walking back to our car.
And where was your car parked compared to where their car was parked?
This wasn't Greg's car.
Where was
it? Was on the street, and they were parked in the parking lot.
Okay. So he's walking back to the parking lot, and you're walking back, allegedly, towards the car that you came in.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's pick up the action from there, Mr. Williams.
Okay, I'm walking back to, 3 of our friends pulled up, and I was walking back to their car.
So 3 more friends pulled up.
And they were all girls.
3 more friends pulled up. And you were walking where?
And Kenny and I were walking back to the car.
Which car?
The car that just pulled up, the 3 friends.
The car with the 3 girls?
The 3 new friends.
Okay, so you're walking up to their car.
Mm-hmm.
And?
And I heard Ryan say something along the lines of, "Hey, man." And from what I've heard...
Okay, so you heard him say something that you didn't like, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do?
It was in a threatening manner, and...
No, just a minute. You remember succinctly that he cursed at you
Yes, I do.
as you were walking to the car with the girls, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do?
I went and I hit him.
How far did you have to walk to hit him?
10 feet.
You ran.
He ran.
No, I didn't.
You ran.
No, I didn't.
Just a second. Ran, walked. You walked up to him and you hit him. Why did you do that?
Because everything I've heard about this guy is nothing good, and every time I've seen him and his friends at school, they just stare at me, and that's the whole reason I was there, because they wanted to fight me. So I figured, if he said, "Hey, man," I mean, I know I shouldn't have hit him, but I don't know what this guy's going to do. I didn't know if he was going to
He was getting into his car.
He was already in the car.
He was already in the car when you hit him?
I didn't know if he was...
Just a second. He was already in the car when you hit him?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see the damage to the car. You idiot. Fool.
I had 2.
Just changed my
hit the
mind.
car,
also.
Smarter than you were when I was born.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Fool.
Pretty one-sided.
He got little, tiny, whatever. Mr. Williams, if you're going to show off for friends...
I wasn't showing off for friends. I was defending myself. And I hit
No,
Brian Cody.
Mr. Williams. How can you defend yourself, sir, when according to you, he's sitting in his car? According to you, he's sitting in his car.
He was sitting in his car, but this is a guy that's harassed my friends and me for the previous month in school, and
So what?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Mr. Williams, he's in the park with his friends. You go to the park, even though you say he's been harassing you, messing with you and your friends, but you went to find them. They didn't come looking for you.
we saw them.
And, of course you saw them. You saw them there and you went into the park. Now, when you got into the park, and after you had words with him that you don't remember, he tried to get away from the situation before it escalated, took his friends to get back into his car.
No, he didn't try to get away. We both walked off at the same time.
He walked
Everybody
off.
walked off from the situation.
Not you.
I was walking away when I turned around and went and hit him.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $325. I don't think I'm going to get through to him if I had 10 years.
Parties are excused.
It's pretty one-sided,
Judge
Judy.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Smith is suing her mother's ex-fiancé, 28-year-old farm owner Imran Hauer, for illegally
You purchased a car. You had no credit. The agreement was that the car would be purchased in the defendant's name. You would make all of the payments on the car and maintain the insurance. It is your claim that you did just that. And despite the fact that you made all the payments on the car, the defendant repossessed the car.
Yes.
Is that right? The defendant says that you did have such an agreement, but that you were, in fact, irresponsible in making those payments in a prompt fashion. That's why he repossessed the car, And he's countersuing. Ultimately, you say in your answer that she destroyed your credit, and that's what you're suing for. Is that right?
Also lost value of the car, or what's the market value today, and what's owed on the loan.
Okay. So when was the car purchased?
In February of '99.
Okay. When was the car repossessed?
January 17, 2001.
So you had the car for almost 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And what were the monthly payments on the car?
The monthly payments were $426.89.
When were the payments due?
On the 27th of the month with a 20-day grace period.
Is the 20-day grace period in any of the paperwork that you have?
We don't have any paperwork. I have the payment book showing when the payment is due.
The payment book would also say what your grace period is. It should say. No, all it says is it's due on the 27th of each month.
The bank let us know that we had 20 days grace period.
You have to show me that in writing. This says the 27th.
Okay.
Okay? So now you're going to show me 2 years' worth of payments of $426.89.
Yes.
Can
I
have
paid
it, please?
$427 just because
It was easier.
89 cents. It was easier.
Okay.
I don't have every receipt because we
Don't-
were friends.
No.
And- Okay.
Every receipt you have to have.
Okay.
Why did you black out
I
these?
didn't do that. When you go, because I'm not Imran Hauer, the tellers will mark it out because they don't want me knowing the balance on the car. That's the big argument in this, is I've wanted to know for a long time what's going to principal, what's going to interest each time, and Imran hasn't kept up on his end of the deal by letting me know that
That's
by
not true.
calling the bank.
Just a second. I only have 12 receipts. You should have 23 receipts.
I don't have those because some of them are in the car that he came and took.
That's not true either.
I made every payment on that car.
But you only have proof of 1 year when you kept the car for 2 years, right?
Yes, but
Okay. Now,
you'll see
do you
in
have
that-
you have a payout from the credit union
Yes, I do, ma'am.
as to what payments were received and what payments were not received?
I have the payout as of 12/29 of this past year. That's the last one I got.
Let me see it.
It was made from since then.
Let me see it.
Here you go.
Because you repossessed the car immediately thereafter.
Yes.
Okay. How many payments does it say she missed on this thing?
Since December '99, she's made 11 late payments, and that our agreement was to be responsible as far as.
Well, I see the late charges.
Yes. Also, here's some here late notices too. That would also.
Your Honor, I never received any of those, and I never knew that the payments were late that long,
That's
or
not
I would have
true.
never made the payments late that long.
That's not true, Your Honor. Countless times I phoned the plaintiff. She'd keep saying she made the payment. She made the payment. And then until I found out that this was going to go on my credit and was serious, then I started doing some investigation, and it has damaged my credit, which I also have proof of too.
I never knew until he came, took my car on January, it was either the 16th or the 17th. I never knew that the payments were late until I went out to get in my car and it was gone. I have the police report showing that I called the police because my car was, obviously to me, it was stolen. I didn't know who had taken it.
Well, I have documentation here, madam. It says payments past due 2. That's on January 8th.
I was not aware of that. That's what I'm saying, is the payments had gotten behind one time. Imran had me call and pose as his secretary because he wanted me to tell the bank that he was out of the country so I could speak
That's
with a
not
lady
true.
named Nicole.
Just a minute.
And I have witnesses.
In July, you had payment past due.
That was the only time I was aware I was late.
You can't be
that
late.
was the only time
You can't
I
be
was
late.
aware.
You can't be late. You were aware. You were aware
I
because...
was not aware because I never received any paperwork on
You
that.
received phone calls from
I
me.
never
Jed, but don't yell at each other. You were aware of the fact, Miss Smith, that on the 27th of each month, they were to receive a check. I've just looked at some of the receipts that you sent. You pay on the 9th of the month. Now, those weren't early payments. Those were late payments. You paid on the 9th of October. You paid on the 13th of January. You paid on the 24th of October. That wasn't an early payment. That was almost a month late.
I was never aware it was a late because when we got behind in July, Your Honor, I had made payment arrangements, Imran and I, with the bank, and I took care of that. Now, if the bank's saying I'm late after I took care of the agreement we had with the bank, I was not aware of that.
Well, you should have been aware of it, madam. You made some of your payments almost a month late. You made none of them, except for maybe one, on time. One out of all of these payments. That's irresponsible.
We both knew that there was a 20-day grace period on the car.
That's the written documentation of your contract, which says it's due on that date. You have nothing to show me a 20 days grace period, but even if that's true, of the receipts that you gave me, many are made even beyond a 20-day grace period.
They're not made beyond the 20-day grace period because I don't have every one of the receipts there. What I'm
the
trying
ones
to say,
that you gave me, of the ones that you gave me, many are beyond even a 20-day grace period. Some of them are almost a month late.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
There is no reason for him to damage his credit by your making late payments on the car.
Your Honor, it wouldn't have been late. If I would have known, I would have found a way to get the money to make the payment. I wouldn't have let it go late. I need a car.
Your Honor,
I have no
told her
car,
repeatedly.
2 kids, no car.
Ms. Smith, you never made your payments on the 27th of the month. Now, if it's just your credit that you're concerned about, I can understand it. You know, if you say, I'm going to destroy my own credit, I can do that.
I never intentionally destroyed his credit.
It's not a question of intentionally. You probably never intentionally destroyed your own credit.
How come he didn't let me know beforehand when my 3-year-old daughter went and spent the night at his house in November? He wanted me to go, me and my brother, go to Mammoth Mountain and go snowboarding with him. How come I didn't know then? We were friends.
I constantly told her she was late. I gave her chances until I started going on my credit. I was trying to be the nice guy and help her out.
You had an agreement with him.
Well, what I'm trying to
And I don't know why you needed a car that was this expensive anyway if you had lousy credit.
Because I was young and I wanted a nice car, and he agreed to help me get one.
We had a car beforehand, and Imran...
Just a second. Am I speaking to you? And you don't just shout out in a courtroom. That's not what you do. Are you her brother?
He's my boyfriend.
I'm her boyfriend.
Boyfriend. Okay. I assume if you have a boyfriend, and if your boyfriend is employed, then what he does is he says to you, I don't want you to have any further problems with this car. I will take out a loan and get it out of his name.
We had a 97 truck in his name that we sold back to the bank. We got rid of a car to make sure that we kept making the payments on the 99 Sebring.
If you have no money and you have no credit, you don't buy a $23,000 car.
Well, the verbal agreement...
You buy a car for $1,500 just to get you around. That's what you do.
He shouldn't have agreed. He even agreed to help me make the payments on every month, and he never did that, which I didn't care because I made my payment. I have a witness stating that she can tell you that he did say that he would help me make the payments every month. He was acting as my stepfather. He told me on the phone the reason he took my car, he was upset because he saw my mom driving the car.
That's not the reason why.
This is what I got on the phone. We came back on the 14th. Imran had left the dirty, vulgar message on the recorder. How come he didn't keep it up on his end of the bargain by letting me know what was going on? He waited all the way till January. If it's been late since July, wouldn't you keep up on your end of the bargain, you know, if your credit is going to be ruined?
Ms. Smith, I believe him when he says he told you that he was getting late notices. I believe it when he says to me that he let you know in July of 2000 that he had gotten a late notice.
He got the late notice, not me.
No, that he let you know that he got a late notice in July. Because anybody who's in a circumstance like his would do something like even mention to you, hey, listen, I got a late notice in July.
We never even spoke until,
I don't believe
until
it.
November.
Okay, let me hear your counterclaim, sir.
Okay, I have a car that I never should pay payments on if she kept her end of the bargain. She hasn't. She has damaged my credit. I'm already at a loss because
So what do you want?
The difference of the value of the car, what it is today, versus what was owed on the loan.
You have the car.
Yeah, but now I owe $7,200 on the car because I can't return the car.
That's very possible, sir, so you have your choice. If you sell the car, and if there is a discrepancy between what is owed on the car, then perhaps you will have a cause of action against the plaintiff. Until that time, all you have is speculation.
Will 2 appraisals make a difference? I got
No,
appraised? It won't? Okay.
Absolutely not, sir. I'm smarter than you are.
All right.
You got me? 2 appraisals mean absolutely nothing. What you do is you sell the car unless if the plaintiff, who you, I assume, had some kind feelings for a long time, wishes to, along with her boyfriend, refinance the car in their own names. Perhaps you'll be taken off the hook. Do you understand?
Yes, I have.
If they don't do that, you sell the car, and whatever the difference is, you may have a cause of action against the plaintiff. You got it?
Yes.
Now, You work?
No, not right now. I'm off because I injured my back at work.
Well, then I don't see how you can have a car if you're not
He's
working.
solely supporting me. Well,
If
when
he's
I had the car...
If he's totally supporting you, then I'm strongly urge, if he can afford to make payments on this car, take out a loan, you get your car back. Isn't that a good idea?
Yes, ma'am.
In your name.
I've tried to contact Imran since the
Well,
car's been taken
you don't
away.
want to lose any money, do you?
Of course not.
And if what you're telling me is that you will lose money if you sell this car, and your chances of collecting from her are zippo, since she's not employed, I would strongly urge you to work out an agreement with this lovely gentleman here so that he can get a car loan and he can pay off this note, right?
I've tried that.
Perfect.
We would have
Buy
got the
it.
loan in his name in the beginning, but his credit isn't good enough.
Well, then what do you want me to do? Your credit's no good and you have no job. You said his credit is no good, he has a job. What do you want him to do? Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He's jealous, and he's just, that's the bottom
Saw
line.
her
is
mother
me.
driving the car. He still has feelings
And
for
he
her.
knows that.
He's a
He
childish
knows
man.
that. He's the one lying about it.
I feel sorry if you feel this way. It's not a personal matter. It's business.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Schmidt versus Hansen, step forward.
30-year-old warehouse worker Robert Schmidt is suing his ex-girlfriend, 28-year-old homemaker Tracy Hansen, for ruining his credit by failing to make payments on a car.
According to your complaint, you and the defendant were in a relationship several years ago, and while in that relationship, although not married, you were foolish enough, the two of you, to co-sign some loans for cars. When the relationship terminated, it was agreed that the defendant would take one of the cars and be solely responsible for the car payments.
Yes.
Everything went along just swimmingly. You, as a matter of fact, went into a new relationship, married,
Yes.
went to apply for a mortgage. And at that time, you were told that your credit was no good because of this car loan.
Yes.
Ultimately, you say you were forced to take back the car, you traded it in, paid off the loan, and you want the defendant to be responsible for that loan.
Yes.
When was this car purchased?
February '97.
When did you stop making the car payments?
It wasn't that I stopped.
Well, when did you begin to get late in your car payments?
I was always late.
Well, that's always a problem.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't think she ever anticipated that you would take back this car.
No, she did not.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Robert Schmidt says ex-girlfriend Tracy Hansen failed to make payments on a car. He's suing her for ruining his credit.
When did you find out that she was in default on the car?
I received the final letter that pushed me to go in and take care of the matter on August 25th.
Can I see the letter, please?
Yes. Numerous other phone calls left on my answer machine from GMAC regarding collection of the payments.
They say here that your account is in default for the July 15th, August 15th, 2000 installments.
The history of the loan, there was 11 times she was past 30 days late.
Okay, so what did you do, sir?
I first attempted to tell her that I was just going to come and we were going to voluntarily work it, sell the car. She denied me that opportunity.
What did she say?
Because she mailed the payment off. She had the check in the mail. She did a post-date check.
Okay, so she said she's not going to let you take the car
Yep.
and sell it.
Yep.
So you went and took the car while she was at work?
Yes.
Okay.
I took it to the dealer to have him appraise it, and she somehow came and got the car without my awareness. I went and had a local police department witness me go and retrieve the car again, and then I had put it in storage for the fear she would take it in again.
Okay, so you traded it in.
Yes.
What was the difference in what you got for the car and what you had to pay?
There was no equity in the car, so what the loan value minus what the dealer gave me $2,100 in equity above and beyond the payoff, which he valued the car trade-in value.
Listen to me, sir.
Okay.
What was left due and owing on the loan at the time that you took it?
$6,805.
Is that figure correct?
Yes.
What year car was this?
This is '97 Chevrolet Lumina, is the old car.
Do you know what the Blue Book value of the car is?
Retail $71.50, trade-in $53.75, and a loan from the bank would go $46.75.
Because you're suing her for $4,530.
Yes.
Well,
May I also add
Sure.
the reason why I traded the vehicle in, I did not have the financial situation to be able to take a $1,800 loss to pay off the balance of the loan, because I would not be able to sell the vehicle out privately without paying the loan in full to transfer title. So
that may be.
That is why.
But I am attributing to you what the Blue Book says you would get on trade-in for this car, which is $5,375.
Okay.
Which leaves a balance due and owing of $1,430, not $4,300, because that wasn't your loss.
I'm still paying on the rest of that loan. What the loan for the 97 Lumina was not paid for rolled over onto my new vehicle.
That's fine. Well, you're driving the new vehicle. I mean, I didn't see the Blue Book, but I'm taking your word for it. How many miles were on the car?
93,000.
That's a lot of miles. Let's say you got $5,000 on a trade-in. That's $1,800.
The point that I just couldn't understand why she couldn't make the payments is because I am financially supporting my kids, $702 a month. I don't see how she, living in a trailer court, cannot make a car payment. I attempted to contact her regarding disposing of the vehicle and held her liable for half of what the owed.
Mr. Schmidt, I don't think that you did anything wrong. I think that she was totally irresponsible. I think that she didn't give a hoot about your credit. I don't think she ever anticipated that you would take back this car.
No, she did not.
Can you think of a reason why you are not responsible for this $1,800 deficit?
Because I had made arrangements with GMAC to pay it. I called them and told them that they're satisfied. I have arrangements. Check by phone.
Show me. Show me a letter from GMAC after August 25th when he received this letter.
That's the only letter I received also.
Well, then show me a letter from GMAC that says, we have resolved all issues. We are pleased to extend your credit and pleased to
No, because the next day he took it and I stopped payment on the checks. So they didn't mail me anything. They didn't have the chance to.
Madam, what I'm saying to you is if you have no proof that you had made arrangements to extend your time to pay the loan, I'm not interested.
Okay.
So you are responsible for the remainder of this money. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,800. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Yes, I traded the car in, but I am still paying for her portion of the loan that was balance due.
It's over. I don't want to deal with them besides with the children. Nothing else.
She just didn't want to pay for it, and I didn't have the finances to do so myself.
Pays child support and he wants money back from me.
I'm not happy.
"46-year-old homemaker Gail McCracken is suing former friends and landlords, Kathy and John Labrum, for the return of personal belongings and for attacking her 16-year-old son. The Labrums are countersuing for damage to their home.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom. Your Honor, this is case number 262 on the calendar in the matter of McCracken versus Labrum. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks have seats.
No good deed goes unpunished. Miss McCracken, according to your complaint, you moved in to the defendant's home with your family. You were having a difficult time. You were living in a small apartment.
Right.
You have 3 children?
No, I have 4, Your Honor.
Did all 4 children move into the home?
Yes.
So they allowed you to come and live in their home with an agreement that you would pay some modest rent.
No, that's not true.
No rent.
This is
That's
what
right.
happened. This is what happened.
Just a second.
Kathy.
Just answer my questions.
No.
Let me
that's,
talk.
Okay, that's not true.
So there was no agreement to pay rent?
No agreement at all.
Fine. So that they invited you to come into their home with your 4 children out of the goodness of their hearts?
No, we had made an agreement. Okay, this is the agreement. She took my dog. I think it was August. Yes, it was August when I moved into an apartment. I couldn't have the dog there. I stayed there in the apartment for about 9 or 10 months. I haven't.
I just get to the point.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What was the arrangement? Either you were going to pay them rent or you weren't going to pay them rent.
I can't answer that because I had moved in and Kathy had not given me, we had not sat down and talked about the amount yet because they were too busy going through my stuff.
Oh, right. Just a second. So what you're telling me was when you moved into their home with your 4 children, there was no agreement to pay rent. That's what you said.
No, I'm sorry. Ma'am, I'm nervous. I am nervous. I'm tired. There was an agreement. We had not discussed. I can't say a total amount because we had never came to agreement on the amount of money. She needed to go over her mortgage payments to find out exactly how much it was going to take to save her house because her husband was a loser and
Miss
didn't work.
Miss McCracken, don't editorialize for me.
Okay,
The
he
moment you moved into the house,
he was-
I'm speaking, at the moment you moved into the house, you did not give them any rent. Let's do that.
Oh, no. I gave them money before I went in to the house, and
just
I
as
gave
good.
them food stamps.
Just a sec. Did you give them any money when you moved with your 4 children into their house? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
How much money did you give them? I'm not talking food stamps.
$60 I gave Kathy before I even moved into the house because she needed to send it to Las Vegas to her friend named Jet.
All right, $60. What other money did you give her?
I got her son some diapers and
I'm not talking about
that's
Sun
$20.
Target. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. So
I was only
if
there a few days.
But your stuff was here much longer.
Miss Labram,
I'm sorry.
I don't want you to talk to her.
Okay, I'm
Because
sorry,
you
Your
won't
Honor.
give it to me.
This is what your lawsuit is about. You say that he assaulted one of your children.
Yes, he
which
did.
forced you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to put you out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Which forced you to move out of the house. And when you moved out of the house, you didn't take a lot of your stuff with you, and you're suing also for $5,000 for your stuff and for the assault on your son.
Your Honor,
what
that's
you-
correct. Kathy assaulted my son Saturday night, my son Michael. She hit him in the face with a book. They were in the garage going through my stuff. She claimed this book belonged to her, and she attacked my son and hit him in the face with it. My son turned around and called the police the next morning on her, and
what
John
happened?
lied. John lied to the police and told him that Kathy did not hit my son because he didn't want his wife going to jail because he knew he didn't have a job and they'd lose the whole house and everything.
If that were the case, why didn't you move out that day?
I'm going to tell you,
I'm sorry.
Miss Labram, do it once more and you're out. Do you understand? You don't want to
Yes.
be out of here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just
Okay.
really upset.
Okay. Now, is that the attack that you're talking about?
No,
That caused
Your
you to
Honor.
move out?
No.
Well, let's hear about the attack that caused you to move out.
This happened the next day. My son, after he had called the police on Kathy for hitting him in the face with a book, the next day John took it upon himself to tell my son to get the F out of his house.
And how old is your son?
16.
Okay, is he here?
No.
Where is he?
He's incarcerated.
For what?
I don't really want to say, Your Honor. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It does.
Okay. Okay.
Listen to me. Sit down. Maybe that'll keep you quiet.
Yes, Your Honor.
The next stop is the door. Okay. So tell me about this alleged assault by John.
John told my son what happened.
To get out.
Yes, to get out. Michael said, no problem. He's laughing. And he started to get up and walk out. John jumped up and rushed my son. Tried to push him through the window.
Were you there?
Yes, I was right there. Kathy was right there.
And you
John,
witnessed
he
it.
jumped.
And you said he jumped up and pushed him.
Yes, he tried to push him through the window. And then my son turned around. They were fighting. Both of them were fighting. And Michael ended up getting John on the ground. And he started choking him. I mean, you got a 40-year-old man jumping a 16-year-old kid. That's uncalled for. And I didn't know what to do. I'm not going to jump in the middle of that. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I would like for my son to explain because he's the one that helped get Michael. You be quiet. I'm sorry.
Listen,
He helped get
listen to
Michael.
me. I'm basing my decision on what you tell me. You were a witness. And there was an argument between this man who told your 16-year-old son to get out of the house because he had just called, I'm speaking, because your 16-year-old son had just called the police on his wife. You were living in the house or whatever. Clearly, it was a bad idea. I'm not interested in the assault. I'm not interested in the assault. Let's get to the property. You ultimately moved out.
I moved out right
day.
after that. Right
Fine.
immediately. I grabbed what I could and I took my kids and got out of there because
You didn't take. Listen to me. You didn't take all your children. One of your children stayed with them.
No, we all left. He went back. My other son. That's why I'd like to call him up here. And
Just
let
a second. Your other son went back. For how long?
About a month and a half.
Step up here. Tell me your last name.
My last name is McCracken.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
You went back and stayed in the defendant's home for, according to your mother, a month and a half after this incident.
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Kathy and John Labram won't return her personal property. Gail also says that John violently attacked her 16-year-old son.
Okay. Now, you weren't afraid of the defendant?
Oh, no.
You weren't afraid of his wife?
No.
So you were having difficulty with your own mother, had absolutely no fear of the defendants, and went back to live with them?
Yes.
Did they charge you any rent?
No.
They were very nice to you?
Yeah.
They took care of you?
Yes.
Good. Sit down.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I also want to bring up the fact that I don't know why John turned against my dog. This is how this all started.
God.
I had them take care of my dog. Kathy agreed to take care of my dog while I lived in this apartment. Okay? And then half the time, John would call me up and say, Auntie Gail, oh, Auntie Gail, would you mind babysitting their little boy? Well, they would bring their son to me and leave him with me for 3 or 4 days, and I'd have to call them and say, you guys, you have to bring some diapers out.
Is this after you moved out?
This is before.
I'm not interested in before. You want to tell me something about your dog?
Okay, this is what happened. Because I had to live in the apartment, they took my dog, and while they had him there, he ended up with cancer. I had to get treatment for him. And then John kept calling him Neck afterwards, and I'd like to present this.
Listen to me. When you left, listen to me. When you left, hey, you're not listening to me. Your dog was living in their house for a long period of time, even when you weren't living there.
Right. Kathy agreed to this.
I don't care what she sounds like a very nice person to me. Now, you say something happened to your dog. You want to tell me about what happened to your dog after you left their house, after the altercation?
Yes, I do. I went to go, that Friday, I had the Fresno Rescue Mission. They had provided me with a truck and a driver and another guy to help me with my stuff. I went over there to get it. Kathy decided not to let me have my stuff. And we argued about it, and I said, yeah, I just want to get my stuff, that's all. And she says, give me the key. As soon as she got the key in her hand, she ran over there and hit the garage door and shut the garage. I tried 3 times to bounce it back up.
The dog, madam. Oh, yeah. You want to tell me about the dog, which is what I asked you.
She goes, oh, here, take your dog with you that I've been taking care of. And when he came out, he had a stab wound, and it's just blood running everywhere. He was oozing. And the vet said that that stab wound helped the cancer to come back. And I had to have him put down not even a month after this.
Miss McCracken, something wrong with you. I don't believe that somebody who took care of your dog for months because you couldn't keep it, kept your 18-year-old son for months without charging him any rent because they felt sorry for him. I'm speaking. You told me in your complaint that they stabbed your dog to death. Now you tell me.
Not to death. I never put.
Now you tell me that they stabbed your dog with a screwdriver, is what you say here. Our dog died. This is devastating. Now you tell me that this stab wound caused the cancer to come back, which is what the dog
said, Your Honor. He was a family pet.
I'm going to deal with this case very quickly. Mr. Labor.
Yes.
You say that you wanted the stuff out of your house.
Absolutely.
Where is the stuff now?
She has mostly everything. We have like maybe 20, 30 boxes of basically letters and knickknacks and stuff like that.
Okay, where are all these letters and knickknacks?
They are on our back covered patio.
Okay. Miss, you're showing him a tape. Is it on the tape that the boxes are there?
No.
May I speak?
No, I didn't ask anything yet.
I'm sorry.
The tape,
Good.
The tape is the day that they picked up what they could on one load and some of the damages to our home and the infestation of cockroaches, which that's why I was going through their stuff to rid the roaches so they didn't infest our house.
Can I please present this to you, please? These people are not the nice people that you're claiming. I mean, I'm not
claiming that they're nice people, madam. I'm just saying that you're not going to pull the wool over my eyes.
I'm not trying to pull the wool over anybody's
Sure you are.
All I've tried to do is get my stuff back from day one.
Perfect. You're going to get all your stuff back within 3 days. You provide the mover. After 3 days from today, if you do not show up to pick that up, your stuff can be thrown out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Listen to me. Thrown out.
I hear you.
You have 3 days from today.
I do understand you. I
3 days.
Thank you.
3
But,
days.
Your Honor, I want to say one thing. I don't think it's funny at all. My dog's dead. My kids have gone through nothing but pure, I can't say the word, that they put us through because I had to leave because he attacked my son. And the police didn't even do anything. I mean, how does a grown man attack a kid?
Listen to me, madam.
It's crazy.
Listen to me, madam. I don't believe that there was an attack on your son. What I believe was that there was an altercation between these two people, and the altercation was precipitated by the fact that your 16-year-old son called the police on his wife after they had been good enough to let your family move into their home without paying them a dime. Things couldn't be as terrible as you suggest because you're 18. I'm speaking. Because your 18-year-old son, rather than going with you, I'm speaking, went back to live with them, expense-free, for a month and a
Babysitter.
half. For a month and a half?
Built-in babysitter.
Built-in babysitter. No, he said he was going back to live with them because he was having problems with you.
He also didn't tell you everything that he witnessed, Your Honor.
Miss McCracken, you're not getting a quarter, not a penny, not a sou.
I don't
You're getting
care.
your
I
stuff
just want
back.
my stuff. That's all
Perfect.
I've
Then
ever
we don't
wanted,
have to
Your
talk
Honor.
anymore.
May I speak? Please.
No.
Please.
But Your
No.
Honor,
No.
this
No, not yet. Madam, you are getting closer to that door.
My heart is...
You're getting closer to that door. When I want to hear from you, I'll call you. You got it? Now, let's talk about damages to the home. That I want to see. Now your wife can stand up here. She's getting closer to being able to speak. Closer, not there yet. Stand up. Okay. I'd like to see the tape.
There you go.
sure than a porno.
That's the carpet right there. There's no padding. The dog chewed the padding all up.
Did you allow the dog to come into your house?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the
But
garage
she
door.
agreed to pay the damages, though. That's the
Oh,
gar-
well, I'll get to that in a second. What is that?
That's the garage door where the dog just scratched the heck up out of the door.
Yes.
They're lying.
Right. Miss McCracken?
I didn't put those scratches there.
That was never there. You're lying, John.
Miss McCracken, I want you to be quiet. Okay. You say there was an agreement with Miss McCracken to pay for the damage done by the dog. Is that
Correct.
right?
That's correct.
Who was that made with?
Me and Gail. Gail and I were the ones that made all agreements. That's why
All
John
right,
is
so
really the
tell me-
wrong person to be talking.
Just pay attention to me.
Okay.
So far, he's not doing a bad job. I want to hear what arrangements you made with her with regard to paying for any damage the dog did to your home.
May I speak now, Your Honor?
Now I just asked you a question.
Thank
you can
you.
answer my question.
Okay. The arrangement that we made was when I took the dog, 2 dogs, both male, not neutered, she told me it would be for approximately 2 weeks. These
Why?
dogs were there for 9 months. One, we had to not allow to stay because the 2 dogs would constantly fight. That's why the bedroom was damaged, because she said that when one has to, you have to keep one inside, one outside, because they would fight. So I'd have to take one, lock it in the bedroom, take it outside, so the other one could go to the bathroom. I cleaned up their blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, she had agreed. She said, any damages that these dogs do while on your property, I will pay for. And also, during the surgery that she said that the dog had, I cleaned its wounds.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, my
That's
God.
why I've taken back to the
Anyway,
vet twice.
So the
Ms.
agreement was
McCracken,
she would pay
I'm
for
going to
any
dismiss your
damages.
lawsuit in total. Do you understand that? I think that, you, quite frankly, you got some nerve to sue them. I
Your
really
Honor,
do.
you-
Shh, I'm speaking.
I would like to produce this, please.
Oh, she's trying to show me something.
Just sure she wanted me to move in to help her finalize her divorce, okay? She's scared to death of you.
I'm
And this
divorced.
is her rap she laid on me to move into the house.
I don't, madam.
Neither one of
madam,
them were working at the time, Your Honor.
Listen to me. She took care of your dogs for 9 months.
Your Honor.
I'm speaking. She took care of your kid for 2 months after you moved out because he was afraid to live with you.
He was never there.
Oh, Miss McCracken, you've got a lot of nerve. Now, either you people are dumb to have allowed this to happen in your house.
It's embarrassing.
Or just,
Oh,
or
God.
I don't know what. Clearly,
Big heart.
clearly, there's something wrong with you.
No, I have a big
Clearly,
heart.
there's
No,
something
yeah,
wrong
you
with
have a
you.
big heart.
And I don't understand
Gail?
what it is. All right, so let's talk about it. I do believe that there was an agreement, because otherwise you would be crazy to keep these dogs, that whatever damage the dogs did, she would take care of.
She never
Because
had all
that
those dogs.
sounds logical to me.
Absolutely.
It doesn't sound reasonable to me that you would keep these dogs that were doing damage to your house, and one dog was returned to you. Is that right?
The one
Speak.
dog she'd only
Just-
had for a little time. and
It
he
was
tore up the
returned
carpet
to
and I
you.
took him to the SPCA 'cause I
It
couldn't do
was
anything with him.
returned to you.
I just want to say she
No, I
stated
don't
that
want
the
you to
dogs
say
were there
anything.
9 months. There was only one dog there.
I understand that.
Okay, the other dog was only there a little bit.
I
okay?
said that.
Oh, something wrong with you. She
I'm
stayed
mad.
away from her longer.
I'm very mad.
No, you can be very mad, but
And
you
he's
have absolutely
lying.
no
I don't
basis to be
appreciate
very
you
mad.
talking about my mother like that, all right?
I want to tell you something.
All right?
He's got him. You have a nerve filing a complaint against them for $5,000. I have no idea why you think that you are entitled to claim $5,000 in damages against these people. Absolutely none. You moved with your 4 children into their home, which, believe me, to have
Big
5
mistake.
people in the home, not paying a quarter, by the way, not a quarter, nothing, except your food stamps.
Oh, I stocked their whole refrigerator and had to leave and had nothing, no money, no nothing.
Kids have to
And
eat.
you took all the food with you when you left,
kept
Gail.
it, kept
All
it
right,
running.
quiet. Okay, the only thing she's getting out of this lawsuit is getting her stuff.
Thank God. Thank
3
you,
days.
Your Honor.
And
I
what you're
appreciate
getting
that.
on your counterclaim is the $120 that you got as an estimate to repair the carpet. Don't be foolish again. You do not invite strangers into your home. Do you understand?
Strange.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very
Don't
strange.
invite strangers into your home.
She also agreed to have our house sprayed for the roaches she brought in, too.
I thought, you
Listen
know
to
what?
me.
I
Listen
told
to
them
me.
in
You
the
may have had
beginning.
roaches in there, and I don't.
I've never before.
And,
You're right.
and maybe not.
Absolutely
But
not.
the
I
agreement
told
she
him
made is
before
an
I would
agreement,
put everything in
though?
storage until and
Don't
get rid of it,
do
bomb
it.
it, and do it all. And
Never.
no, bring it in
Do you
now because they
understand?
needed my money
Never.
for their house.
Ever.
They were
it's
going to lose
embarrassing
their
that-
house.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I was a schmuck to believe that these people were actually my friends.
I could just scream at her.
Year-old customer service rep Ronald Jones for unpaid rent and medical bills resulting from an altercation. Ronald has a countersuit for the cost of his furniture after she slashed it with a knife.
Order. All rise. Yana, this is case number 602 and 604 on the calendar. One in the matter of M. Zamora versus Jones, the other one in the matter of R. Zamora versus Jones. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
According to your complaint, you and the defendant were living together. You planned on getting married. Didn't work out. He moved out.
Right.
You claim he owes you some money for some rent, some bills, and in addition, shortly after he moved out, he came back, there was an altercation, and he injured you, and you want him to pay your medical bills.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when did he move out?
He moved out in June of '99.
And what month's rent do you claim he owes you?
Last month's rent,
Which month?
October.
But he wasn't living there.
No. His name was still on the lease, so I expect him to still pay half.
And how much was the rent?
The rent was $430.
Okay. Now, what kind of damage did he do when he moved out?
While he was leaving, police officers were present because previous altercations between us. After he did leave, there were damages done to the apartment.
After he left?
Right after he took all the furniture and everything out with him.
Like what kind of damage?
Holes burnt in the carpet, holes in the walls. I have pictures if you would like to see.
I'd like to see the pictures, and I would like to see the landlord's estimate. Have you moved out of the apartment?
Yes, I have.
When did you move out?
I moved out in October.
Now tell me about the next part of your lawsuit, which has to do with an assault.
He came to my apartment after he had left. He had heard rumors that I was seeing somebody new and got jealous.
When was that?
This was in September. He came to my apartment. We got into an argument. We ended up outside, and an altercation happened between us.
Well, tell me about it.
I was arguing with his new girlfriend, and he grabbed me by my arms, putting multiple bruises on me, which I also have pictures of. We were pushing and shoving, and my knee popped. The ambulance was called. I went to the emergency room.
Well, how did your knee get popped?
He pushed me.
Not true at all. Not true at all, Your Honor.
How did he push you?
When he had grabbed me by my arms, I was trying to make him let go of me. I tried to get away. He grabbed me from behind with his right hand around my throat. When I was trying to get away from that, I was twisting and turning since he had a hold of me, and that resulted in my knee popping.
Were you fighting with his girlfriend?
No, I was not.
Were you fighting with him?
Yes, I was.
How were you fighting with him?
Trying to get his arms off me.
How did you get outside?
I was trying to get him out of my apartment.
How were you doing that?
He tried to shove his way in my door, and I told him to leave. It resulted in a fight. He tried to steal my cat, try to get my cat back. After that, that's when he grabbed me by my arms and then grabbed me from behind with his...
How did you try to get your cat back?
Just ran after him.
Were you arrested for that?
No, ma'am, I was not.
Were you taken into custody?
No, ma'am.
No charges were ever filed in regard to that case?
Later on, about a month later.
I pressed charges the same day, Your Honor.
About a month, it was about a month later, I've received a phone call from my father at work. Said that there was police officers came for a warrant. I turned myself in, and then it proceeded from there. I had to go to court for it and everything.
Well, that's what I want to know. You did go to court. Did you have a lawyer?
Yes, I did.
Did you appear before a judge?
Yes.
Was the case resolved?
Yes.
How was it resolved?
I had deferred prosecution, where I had to stay away. We had to both stay away from each other for 180 days. If no altercations were occurred in 180 days, then the case was dismissed.
You may call it a deferred prosecution, but it really is a period of 6 months probation.
Okay.
Did your lawyer explain that to you?
No, he didn't explain it to me fully. Like I said, he said I had no charges were pending or anything like that. The prosecutor informed me that there wasn't enough evidence and I had too many witnesses.
Don't tell me what the prosecutor told you about not enough evidence. There wasn't enough evidence. You should have insisted on a trial. Then you would not have had a 6-month probationary period. What did you go to her house for in September?
I was with her sister and my girlfriend here. We went to her house. I dropped her sister off. She said she had to talk to her. And at that time, we had a cat that I got, and it was running around in the stairs. It ran up the stairs. I followed the cat. She was already talking to her sister at the time with the door open. I went up there to get the cat. I picked up the cat. Then the man that moved in with her after I left the place started saying stuff to me, arguing with me. Then she proceeded to argue with me. She came at me, smacked me in my face, started punching me in my chest.
Not true.
I went to walk away. Her sister grabbed her, told her to leave me alone, to let me go. I grabbed the cat, proceeded down the stairs, got all the way outside of the apartment building. She ran past me, went to my car where my girlfriend was sitting. The window was cracked. She was talking on her cell phone. She proceeded to stick her hands through the window, the cracked window, grabbed her by the hair,
Not true.
and started pulling her out through the window.
Did that happen?
Yes, it did.
Go ahead.
That time she grabbed her, I told her to let her go. I did grab her arms to pull her hands away from her hair. I said, let her go, let go of her hair, let go of her hair. She said, no, I'm not going to let go. I said, you let go of her hair and I'll let you go. She finally let go of her hair. I backed away, and then she proceeded at me again to hit me. She got out of the car. Then Monica proceeded to go after her. When she started proceeding to go after her, she hurt her knee, fell down.
Your Honor,
Then
I
the
have
ambulance was
pictures
called.
of the multiple bruises that were on my arms that he gave me.
Oh, I'll take a look
There's
at
no
them.
other way I could have gotten these.
I'll take a look at them. How do you think that happened, Miss Zamora? How do you think these black and blue marks happened?
By him. He gave them to me.
How?
By grabbing me and holding on to me.
Mm-hmm.
He's done it for 5 years. It wasn't the first time.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Monica Zamora says her ex-fiancé, Ronald Jones, owes her for rent and for medical bills resulting from an altercation. Ronald says Monica slashed his furniture and slandered his name on the internet.
All this isn't as clear as you make it appear. I want you to know that I understand that. He says that there was another person that moved into the house shortly after he left.
He lied
So I'm
about
go-
that.
Just a second. Did you at that time have some other person, a male, staying over occasionally at your house?
No, ma'am. Never did he stay one night. Yes, I started seeing somebody. This is the reason he came to my apartment.
I mean, I don't see why he would come over there with his new girlfriend.
His new girlfriend is my new boyfriend's ex-girlfriend. That's the reason they're together.
So what?
There was nobody staying with me.
Listen to me.
I had 3 jobs to pay my bills.
Listen to me. He didn't come over there because he was jealous. He may have come over there because his girlfriend said to him, why are you being such an idiot and paying the rent when he's staying over there with her? Now, that may or may not have been true. Certainly, he was there on that September day when this altercation took place.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Put your hand down. You know, you have to be objective even with regard to your own children, right? Now, I want to know why you went outside.
He took my cat and grabbed it. That was a gift to me.
So you went outside after him?
Yes, I did.
And are you telling me you never went over to his car?
No, I didn't. I didn't even
Step
see.
up.
Didn't even see his car.
Step up. Tell me your name.
Jennifer.
Jennifer what?
Martinez.
I want you to tell me about this day in September of 1999, if you can recall it.
Well, like Ron said, I was sitting in the car talking on my cell phone. The window was cracked about maybe this much, and she reaches her hand in the car and says, get out. And she's grabbed me by the side of my hair. She has me by the side of her hair. I asked her, what are you doing? She said, get out. So she reaches her other hand, and at this point in time, both arms are in about this deep. She busted my face on the left
Why didn't you
side
press
underneath
charges?
my eye. At that time, Ron went over there. He was like, look, let her go. There's no need for this. We're leaving, we're leaving, we're leaving. So she's like, no, get her out of the car. I want to beat her up and so forth and so on for whatever reasons of her own. To this day, I don't know. Fine. So she tries to get me out of the car. So I told her, how am I going to get out the car out of a crack of a window? Let me open the door. So she's all pressed up against the door.
Okay, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Sit down.
Thank you.
Sit down. I want to hear something, Mr. Jones, about your countersuit.
Okay.
You say that Ms. Zamora took a knife and ripped up furniture.
That's correct.
Tell me about it.
That day, the day I moved out, she called the cops because I wanted to move out.
Why would the police be called to the house?
Because I wanted to take my stuff with me, and she thought that she was able to keep it. When everything was in my name, I had receipts for it. I showed the police.
Okay, so that's why the police were called, because
Yes.
you were taking some property out of the house. Okay, and what happened?
The police told me I had to get my stuff and go as soon as possible. So they waited there. They waited there until I got my stuff out. Before the police were called, before the police got there, I was moving some stuff downstairs to the...
What stuff?
I was moving clothes. I was getting my clothes, putting them in bags, and taking them downstairs to the basement, so when my family got there to help me move, I'd be all ready. When I came back up, she was putting a knife back into the kitchen sink. I started to proceed to move the furniture out of the living room, and there were slashes in the side of them. I do have pictures if you'd like to see those.
Can I see them, please?
I saw the furniture.
There's one slash, is that right? Is that what you're telling me?
There's a slash in each end of the couch and the love seat.
I see. Did you do this?
No, ma'am.
There's no reason for me to rip my own furniture when I paid for it.
No.
There isn't.
I paid for that furniture. That furniture was in both of our names, but it didn't matter to me. I just wanted him to leave.
Well, why do you think somebody would slash the furniture like that?
I have no idea why he would do that.
I have
Or
no
who
idea
else
why
would do
anybody
it. I
would
don't
do
know.
that to their furniture either. All right. There's another part of this lawsuit. Now you can stand up, Mr. Zamora, because you're suing him because you say he borrowed $350 to use as a security deposit for the apartment. Did he borrow that money for security deposit?
He borrowed the money to get an apartment and incidentals. He did not have a place to live. He had just started to work.
Security deposit is $445. Who put down the security deposit?
I borrowed the money from him, Your Honor, for the security deposit.
So you put down the security deposit on the apartment with his money?
Right. I put down a first month's rent, and he loaned me the rest of it for the security deposit, which I borrowed $550 from him.
And you paid some back?
I paid some back.
So $350 is left. Is that right, Mr.
Yes.
Zamora? So your daughter did not put down any security deposit in this apartment. Is that right?
Correct.
The cleaning and painting is just $395.
Yes, I'm only asking for half the last month's rent, but I want him to pay for all of the damages because he did the damages.
No. $395 is cleaning and painting.
Okay.
Half of that, say it's $200.
Okay.
But he's already got $350 in there for security deposit because she didn't put any in. You can't get it both ways. You can't get your loan back from him, plus you're going to get back the money from the security deposit that's not eaten up by the landlord's cleanup. Can't get both. You following me? Perfect. So, in addition, I don't believe your daughter with regard to what happened that day in September when she called the police and there was an altercation at the house. I don't believe her story. What?
We have previous police reports of their altercations.
I don't care about previous. That's not what I'm here talking about. I'm telling you, I do not believe the story that your daughter told me that he assaulted her the way she described it and that she was solely without blame. I do not.
It takes two to argue.
I do not believe that it came about the way she described it to me, that he, for no reason whatsoever, assaulted her. I do not believe it happened that way.
We have previous police reports of him assaulting
Stop it!
Oh, no. I mean, so he's not going to stop assaulting her unless you tear him apart.
I believe that she got bruised in the arm because she went after his girlfriend in the car. I believe that that happened. I'm not saying you're blameless with regard to the altercation that happened in the house. I believe that you shouldn't have been there.
Correct.
Period. End of discussion. You should not have been there. You precipitated something that developed into maybe more than what you bargained for. You had no cause to be there at all. But I do not believe it happened in the way that the plaintiff described, so I am not holding you responsible for her medical bills. You have a hospital report?
I should.
Sir, and I'm not even entertaining your defamation of character end of your lawsuit. She said she put nasty things about you on the internet?
Yes, Your
Like
Honor.
what?
I have a paper printout of from American Online.
Let me see it. Do you have a report from any of these?
A report?
That says that what the x-rays found?
I think that's all I have, Your Honor.
Show this to the plaintiff, please. Is that your handle on the internet?
No, it's not. But it's funny. But
Yes,
no, I did not do this.
What proof do you have that she did that?
That is her online name. Her nickname is Coca. Since I've been with her for 5 years, it's always been that. My friend was online. She emailed him. He didn't know who it was. He looked up her online, her profile. That's under her profile. He called me the next morning and told me what was going on. So I asked him to print me a copy of it.
Did you ever use the name Coca?
Yes, it's been my name for a long time.
Well, why didn't you say that? I said, is this your handle? You said no.
Oh, I thought you asked me if I did that.
I didn't ask you if you did that. I said, is this your handle?
Yes, it is.
Uh-huh. Why would anybody put such a terrible thing on the computer?
I don't know, ma'am. I can't tell you because I didn't do it.
No?
I did not type those things. Anybody could have typed that.
Well, I know that. I know that anybody could have done it.
Could have even been her sister. Her sister has added quite a bit of fuel to the flame between these two, including taking him to the apartment.
Could have been a lot of things. Somebody else could have used her name, and somebody else with a grudge against both the defendant and his new girlfriend might have written that both of them are highly contagious with one or more venereal diseases. So there may have been somebody who used your daughter's name, who also had a personal axe to grind against these two people, who would write something like this and put it on the internet. That's possible. It's a bit far-fetched. It's a bit far-fetched. If I was satisfied by the required quantum of proof that she had, in fact, done this, oh, I would award you substantial damages.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Sure.
I'm very familiar with online. You cannot get on somebody's profile without your password to get into that computer.
How do I know about this profile? How do I know that somebody used
That's
her
exactly
profile?
what that statement is from. That's from her profile. That's why she puts her nickname in there. That is her profile.
Do you understand that? Bert, all I want to know from you is...
You can't get onto somebody's profile.
Could anybody have written that?
Fundamentally, Judge, anybody could have written this.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I want to tell you something. I'm not convinced that you're going to get a penny from the assault, because I think that you were at least partially involved with her, which caused the bruises to your arms, so you're not going to get a penny for that. You're not going to get a penny for your $350 that is outstanding from the loan. Get it back from the landlord when the lease is over. You are going to get $215 towards October rent. Do you understand? That you're going to get. I am, in fact, satisfied that the plaintiff did damage your furniture, because I see no reason why somebody else would damage furniture that they intended to use that looked brand new to me. Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand. So I'm offsetting the $215 that he owes you for the rent to have your furniture repaired. Goodbye, folks.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
So I'm just glad that everyone found out that what she's capable of.
Actually, in that paper, there's nothing about my email address and nothing about my password, so anybody could have typed that up and printed it out. I hope she stops after.
Hello, my name is Sheldon. I am from USA, and I am a good video editor, like a theory of the good trails and the communicate your YT channel. Yeah, sure. I am a specialist on the reels and full long videos, motion graphic, visual effect, and device enhancer, Like, what do you think? Oh, sure, why not? Yeah, this is great idea. I think this is great. Not this are possible right now, and yeah, maybe I think do. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Why not? Oh, that's good. Yeah, this is enhancer, and they communicate your video engagement like good thumbnail and yeah, sure. Depended on your thumbnail and your two SEO communications skills like a title, video tag, and YouTube is a very friendly platforms. Yeah, sure, why not? Sure. Okay. Yeah, this is a good idea. Why not? Why not? Thank you. Yeah, maybe I think sure, why not? Okay. So your videos, yeah, good. So may I ask you something? Okay. Your video duration is like 30 seconds, and your visual duration in the 15 seconds, like something like that, and your yeah, sure, why not? No, I think yeah, maybe a good idea. Sure. Yeah, this is great. This is great. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, this possible, maybe possible. I think so. Why not? Okay. Goodbye. Thank you so much.